All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Unfiltered podcast. We have a panel full of amazing, mature, well-dressed individuals today, man. It's going to be a great show. Let's get it.
Oh no.
I would have touched you with a fucking stick.
Yo, baby! How y'all doing on this beautiful Wednesday night? Tonight we have an amazing professional panel. We're going to have a fire discussion. Let's get it.
Welcome to the Unfiltered podcast, the realest show on earth. So whether you think we're floating in the endless vacuum of space in a globe or in a firmament surrounded by a wall of ice, make sure you like the fucking video, subscribe to the channel, become a member because the member chat is always lit. We got 5 tiers. One of them, the lowest one, is $4.99. That means it's $5. So if you can't afford $5, you better take your broke ass to the street and make some fucking money. Make sure that you subscribe to the Clips channel so you can watch all the 5 to 10 clips of the hottest and most exciting parts of the episodes. Make sure that you become a member of the Locals channel, because in the Locals channel, you're going to see all the behind the scene footage of all the kickouts, all the fights, and all the yacht parties. And last but most certainly not least, make sure you go to unfilteredpodcast.shop to buy the latest merch.
All right, and before we get started, guys, welcome to the show, okay? Thank you guys for being on time. Thank you guys for looking as good as you all do. Guys, please keep in mind that your donations, the threshold will be sliding down at the bottom of the screen. You can now find us on Spotify, Apple Music, and Kick. Become members if you haven't already become members. And if you have new viewers, man, in the chat, go ahead and invite them, man. You never know, who's looking for a new podcast to join as members. So we're going to introduce the panel now. We'll start off with you right here. Give me your name, age, and relationship status, please.
Gerald, 31, and taken.
31, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're taken, right? Okay, perfect. What about you?
Greta, 37, single.
Damn.
37?
Yeah.
Okay, and single by choice?
By choice.
By choice? Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, we'll come back to that one. And what about you, bro?
My name is Brian. I am 29 and I am taken.
Brian, 29, taken. Amazing. Okay.
Good to know.
What about you?
Katie, 22.
You said good to know?
No.
No, yeah, who said that was you?
Oh, she said good to know. Oh, shit.
She was sure her shot.
Okay. I'm sorry. What about you?
Katie, 22, and single.
Katie,
Damn.
22.
Single and ready to mingle?
It's Miami. I don't know.
Single by choice?
Maybe.
Single by choice?
I don't know. I don't know anyone out here. So,
Did you just move down here?
yes.
Damn.
Okay.
2 weeks ago,
Red flag.
Okay. 2 weeks ago. From where?
Kansas City.
Damn.
Oh, big difference.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, cool. What about you?
My name's Jessica. I'm 37 years old and I'm single.
37?
Damn.
God, is it by choice?
I agree with Katie. We're in Miami, but I've been here for 13 years, so I have no excuse.
I doubt my husband's here. So,
Exactly. He's not here for us.
Okay, so you're single by choice as well.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Amazing.
I'm
I don't wanna hear none of that shit.
I'm looking for someone.
Okay. Okay, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, we'll come back to
Okay,
that.
cool. Okay, what about you?
Jose, 25, single.
Jose, 25. Cool. And what about you over there?
Rana, 20, and I'm taken by this handsome man.
Okay, 20 and taken. Okay. And what about you?
My name
clearly
is
taken.
Sahid. I'm 27, and I'm engaged to this gorgeous lady right here by my right.
Okay. Perfect. That's amazing. Are you guys the first couple we've ever had on here?
Congratulations.
No, second.
Second? Okay. Shout out to you guys.
Were they engaged though?
No.
And were they the best dressed couple that
No,
we've had?
no.
Oh, okay.
By far, no.
I'm digging that suit.
Yeah.
They came
You
in
know
on
what? That's a
professional
good point.
drip.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
I love it when couples dress alike. Like shades, matching shades.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
alignment.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a really,
Oh, yeah.
really good point. Are
It's
you
a
throwing
thing.
shade to the other couple?
No,
Okay.
I said I love it. I love it when couples dress alike and they match shades.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick, we're gonna get back to the ladies that are single by choice, and you're gonna tell me why you think you're single by choice. Go ahead.
I don't know. I just I've had offers. I need to. I was married before, so I am divorced, and I have kids, so I can't bring just anybody around my kids. It's a commitment. Any guy is not really willing or receptive to kids, so it's a process. You can't just go for anybody.
You've had offers. That sounds like a college student ready to enter the draft.
Yo, I was thinking the same thing.
I've had offers. What type of offers have they made you?
No, I mean I've had people ask me out, and
Stop the cap.
Okay.
and
Were they
asking-
good prospects though?
No, apparently not. I mean, I'm not in a relationship.
What
so-
disqualified them?
I don't know. I mean, I'm busy. I work. I work at a fintech company. I work pretty much 24 hours a day. I have 2 kids. I'm older, which is a factor. So
Listen,
How many babies?
I'm a trainer, okay? And you sound like a typical client that I'm on a sales call with, where they have no time for the gym, but there's always time. So I'm sure there's always time for you to start dating around and start shopping for a man of your dreams.
sure.
You know?
I really don't care for it now. I mean, it just kind of has to come. I've spent so much time and energy before on previous relationships. It hasn't worked out, and I need to work on me because at the end of the day, I have to be able to depend on me.
How old are you again?
37.
Okay. And real quick, how old are your kids?
My daughter's 21. My son is 10.
Okay. The 21-year-old, she need to go. And then the 10-year-old,
Same
he's
father?
Huh?
Same father?
No.
different fathers.
Yeah.
That's a
into
big,
the mic too.
yeah. Please speak into the mic.
I'm sorry.
That's a big red flag.
Yeah.
Two different baby daddies. Huge red flag. What's up? That yeah.
Okay.
And then you're 37.
Yeah.
Focusing on yourself.
Hmm?
No. That's not good.
You gotta be focused on that 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Boy or girl?
Boy.
Ooh. Man.
But they're pretty far apart in age,
Damn.
so she has
Yeah,
an
'cause
excuse there.
Your daughter
Yeah.
grown. She's
Mhm.
grown. She's out the house, right?
Yeah, she doesn't live with me anymore.
Okay. And you got your little boy, right? Is his father involved at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Why didn't it work out with him?
A lot of reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His fault.
I mean, and it takes two to tango, right?
I love that answer. You
So-
go, Queen.
Yeah,
So-
but see, the reason why she's a red flag is because you had two baby daddies now,
Red flag.
Okay.
and it didn't work out with both of them.
Right.
So the next guy you get with, he's gonna want to have kids. Also, you're 37, so
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So now you have to settle.
Well, I would
Um,
argue that he has to settle.
No, I can't because
Depending.
I chose not to have any more kids, so I had the surgery not to have any more kids.
No, I understand what you're saying. What I'm
Oh,
saying,
okay.
what I'm saying
Just
is
wanted to
that
clarify.
you're going to have to settle. Like the guy that you're gonna end up with
Mhm.
is probably not the guy you want.
If I end up with somebody, who knows?
Wow, amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Shout out to you. What about you? How are you single by choice?
I moved down here, so me and who I was in relationships with in Kansas, he's pursuing his own thing. I'm pursuing my own thing. So, long distance doesn't really make sense for a lot of people, and I think we are one of those people. So, still a lot of love for each other. We talk every single day, but I'm pursuing my own thing, whatever that may be. He's pursuing his own thing. So, as long as we're still friends at the end of the day. So,
Okay. 2 weeks here.
yes.
Okay, I'll give you
2
2
weeks.
months before you turn into one of these girls that come into this podcast.
See, that's what he
Damn.
was saying. He thought I'd be a corrupted Miami girl.
Yeah.
I am curious to see what
have
that
you made it?
is.
Have you made any friends down here already?
No, I have not.
You'll see real quick. I promise you, you'll
Right.
see. Yeah, because I moved down here on the 11th of this month. I'll have a whole year here.
Mhm.
I haven't been here. Well, I'll be here for a year on the 11th. But yeah, this city changes people, man.
Really?
This city changes.
Well, I really
people.
don't live. I don't live in Miami. I'm kind of on the outskirts.
Nah,
so
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
I feel like I told you already. You're gonna be corrupted.
No,
You're
you.
gonna get corrupted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
Yeah.
you just got here, so I'm not gonna stay too much on you. You're single
Right.
by choice too. How come you have 13 years here?
Yes.
Okay, how come you haven't found anybody yet?
I just want to say, can we normalize being single really quickly?
What's normal about it?
Just let's normalize it. I mean, there's a billion people in this world. Why should we just be with one? And unless you're gonna meet my boss criteria, then you can go, and that's it. Like, it's hard to meet someone who matches your bossness, or if you have high goals or whatever the case is.
What do you mean bossness?
Just entrepreneurism and wanting the most out of life. Anything that could bring you down has to go.
You're 37 years old.
Yes, I am.
Do you really think you're gonna find that man at 37?
I think maybe he might not speak English, but it's okay. I can.
I mean,
we live in Miami, so I've learned to love my Spanish men and understand that.
Yeah.
I
can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Que hola hacer
I don't know what that means.
means what's up.
No, that doesn't.
Blood.
That doesn't mean that.
I say it all the time, and people love it. So
I don't
sorry.
even think that was Spanish.
It was. It's Cuban.
What did you say?
It's Cuban. Que hola. I said.
Yeah, it is true. Then. Yeah.
What?
It's the first thing you learn when you come to Miami. It's actually all
Say
you
it
need
again?
to know. Que hola.
Is that a Cuban?
Shout out
Who's
to all
Cuban?
my
Cuban
Cubanos.
What does that mean? What do you?
What's up?
That's like
Say it
hello,
again?
okay?
Que hola
No.
hacer.
You don't hear me saying that shit all the time.
No, I don't.
I don't say it like that.
I thought she said something about
Maybe that's a
abuela.
Cuban
I thought she said
single
Nah,
mother.
it's like the hood. It's like a hood type shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's just funny.
real quick. So you're 37.
Yeah.
You're 37,
Yes.
and you're 22.
Yes.
Okay. What age range do you think men universally look for women? Like, what age range?
I don't know.
You think we're looking at 35 and above?
Maybe not.
No.
Probably
Okay.
not.
Give me a ballpark. What do you think men are looking for?
I mean, it depends on how old they are, but usually probably in their 20s.
In their 20s. So
20s, yeah.
20 to what?
20 to 29.
20 to 29. What about
Yeah.
you? What do you think?
I think you just have to try to look as good as you can for your age.
No. That's not
I
what
don't know what men
asked.
are looking for. I really don't. I'm sure they're looking for
Give
something.
me your
Probably a
honest opinion.
21-year-old or an 18.
Okay,
Maybe
so-
I think
17
26
and a
is the
half.
best age.
26.
I have some really close
Perfect.
friends.
Okay, let's ask all the ladies. What age range do you think it is?
I would say like between 25 and like 29.
25 and 29. Okay, awesome. Now I can ask the gentleman. What age range are you looking at?
Between 18 to 25.
Okay, what about you?
I'd say 18 to 23.
18 to 23. What about you?
Yeah, about the same.
Okay.
18, 25, 26, 27.
18 26.
Okay. What about you?
I'd say like 18, 19 to 23.
Okay.
Well, it was 28 because she's 28. So
Uh-huh.
I would say
He's
28 is
gotta-
that mark.
He don't want to sleep on a couch. Alright, cool. Same thing for me. Yeah, I'm looking. Well, 18 is a little too young now because I'm in my 30s. But I'd say 20 to 25, man.
Why is that, Eric?
What, the 18-year-old?
Yeah.
I mean, I would date one if she was like very mature
Mm.
and she didn't necessarily look like she just graduated from high school. But I don't know, man. I like a little season, on my food. So.
I just don't like I don't like the mileage on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just the mileage is
But-
crazy.
Yeah, no, I
But
know what you're
telling
saying.
someone you mess with a teenager wouldn't that you want to be 20 at least? I would think.
Yeah.
Me, I don't.
Well,
what's
the biggest difference between an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old? Because you're 22 right now.
I think it's just principle of being at least they're in their 20s. I don't want to go tell my mom oh yeah, he's 19, 20
It's different
and
for
up.
men and women, though.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like
I
that.
agree,
Yeah.
but
Women
it just sounds
typically
better. It's more respectable.
Sure. Women typically go for a man a bit older than they.
I don't like older men at all.
You like younger men?
Not young. I like my age. I like
That's because you're mature.
21. I think is.
You ever been in
Okay.
a relationship?
What do you mean? In a relationship?
Yeah. Have you ever had a
Yes.
boyfriend
Yes.
in the past?
I've had 2 real boyfriends.
They were younger than you or older than you?
One, actually, I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite because he was 17 and I was 20.
Yeah,
No,
that's crazy.
19, 17 and 19. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You don't want to promote
shit.
that. That
Oh,
looks
I
hard
mean-
right
yeah,
there, girl.
that looks bad.
At least
no.
we were talking legal.
I know.
No,
Right.
17 and
That's
19.
20s.
Yeah.
You know what that
Oh.
tells me? That
What?
you're insecure.
I turned insecure.
No, that you are insecure. If you're looking for younger
Oh.
men, yeah.
Oh, I'm not looking for younger men. That was like an accident.
Wait, how
Yeah.
long were your relationships then?
They never last longer than a year and a half.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
'cause
they're
you're dealing
not-
with boys.
Yeah.
But at 22, it's in your best interest to be looking at a man at least 28, 29, even 30, 8 years your senior.
Because
let me ask you a question.
mature. I still want to have fun. Like,
Okay.
Yo, and then girls will use that. Oh, women mature. No, women will be like, oh, we mature quicker than men.
maybe, but maybe not me.
But see, the reason why she thinks she still wants to have fun is because she still thinks she has time.
Yeah.
Because really think about it, 6 years from now, you're going to be pre-wall, what they like to call, right? Because after you turn 30, you're not going to have the same ability to attract the man that you did when you were 20. So you're like at the perfect mark in age, right? You're at the perfect peak when it comes to your youth, your fertility, your beauty. You're not going to be more beautiful at 32, 10 years from now as you are now.
How
Makes
do you
sense?
know? Maybe she's even more beautiful.
No, that's a lie.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I'm glad she said that. I'm glad she said that.
That's filth. That's filth that older women tell younger women.
Okay, hold on. At 37, do you think you look better now or back when you were 27?
100% I'm better. The best I've ever been.
That's the devil talking.
Okay. Do you happen to have a picture? That's the
I
devil
don't.
talking.
You don't have my phone. I don't.
Okay. You don't happen to have a picture on your phone? We'll get you your phone.
What's your name, Miss?
I'm Jessica.
Jessica? Miss Jessica, you really believe deep down in your soul that you look better at 37 than you did when you were 22 years old?
Yeah.
That's a lie before God, and you know it.
No, I do. But it's okay.
Yeah, no.
I need you to agree with me. Honey, the camera says everything.
Well, I mean, men dictate the market.
Camera doesn't lie.
Yeah, well, it's not lying.
Move that way.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Go ahead
and move that way, please.
Jessica, just go
this way. Okay, wait. So what do you mean the camera doesn't lie? I'm not getting that.
It'll tell you how you look.
We're not saying you're ugly.
Well, thank you.
We're just saying that you probably look better when you were 22 versus 37.
Some women look typically, yes, but not in my case. I've kept up.
No,
so what did you So what did you look like when you were 21?
I mean,
if you're saying you looked better now than at 21.
I mean, I looked great then, but I really feel like for my age, I look pretty good for my age.
Yeah, and we're not taking that from you. Sure, you look well for your age, right? You're 37 years old. You're in shape. You're well kept up, right?
Thank you.
However, when you were 22, you looked better biologically.
Were you overweight?
Men dictate the market.
No, I was not at 22. I was overweight in my late 20s, and then I snapped it back.
No kids?
No kids. No.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Do you think you look better now at 37 or 10 years ago when you were 27?
No, 10 years ago.
Okay. Why is that?
Well, I was skinnier before. I mean, I was more in shape after 2 kids. You know, your body changes. I didn't really snap back like they say, but whatever. I mean, it's sorry. It doesn't necessarily bother me.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think she looks? You haven't seen her at 27, but do you think most women look better at 37 or 27?
Probably 27.
Okay.
Most women.
Yeah. It's almost like your argument is almost like when a woman turns 30 and she's like 30s are the new 20s.
No.
40s are the new 20s.
Right? It's like it sounds good because you're 30 now. Right? No, I'm serious though. 30s are the new 20s. They say that all the time. 30s are dirty 30, right?
Yeah.
30s are, but like in reality, 30s are still 30s.
Have you ever heard the term that women age like milk and men age like fine wine?
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
That's facts.
This is actually a really good question. Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll come back to that one real quick. Let's go ahead and power up my man David Jones real quick and go ahead and read that super chat.
David Jones says your 27-year-old son is a successful lawyer, but has a bad taste in women. He recently fell in love with a single mom with 3 baby daddies. You're thinking about calling CPS to get rid of this woman. What do you do it? This is a question for you guys. We'll start with you, Gerald. Do you do it? Oh, no, this is for the women. Ladies. So you have a 27-year-old son who's a successful lawyer, but he has bad taste in women. He recently fell in love with a single mom with 3 baby fathers. You're thinking about calling CPS, that's Child Protective Services, to get rid of that woman. Would you do it? We'll start with you.
No, that's
Retta.
foul. No.
Would you do it?
Never.
How about you, miss? No? You?
Fucked up, but I would.
Yeah. Gerald,
I'd
would you would you do it?
I wouldn't do it. I'd be messed. Number one, that's on your fault as the man, as the father. If your son made a bad decision like that, you got to live with that and let him learn himself. 27 years old, it's too late to change his mind now. You're going to call Child Protective Services. They might take the kid. He's going to follow with the woman, make the same mistakes again, find another one, make the same mistakes. So I wouldn't. There's no point in that.
What about you, Brian? What do you think?
Listen, man. First off, shout out to all the guys that would do that. I huge respect to you guys because I honestly will never ever take care of another man's kids. That's number one.
Wow.
I think number two,
Three men's kids.
three man's kids. I'm sorry, you gotta deal with three guys.
Red flag.
Drama.
Though they're probably not even in the picture.
Even then, I think I wouldn't even be able to see if this woman, in a respectful way. You can't control yourself with three different men. Like, you gotta at least just kind of settle with one. Like, it's been how many strikes are you gonna have? You had 3 strikes already.
Yeah. Not only that, but she had a whole bunch of sexual partners before that too.
Yeah.
So there's no discipline there.
And if my son is gonna be in that situation, I smack the shit out of him.
Facts. Yeah. Well, what can CPS do first of all? What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
What is CPS gonna do? Okay, but let me ask you a question, and we'll finish going around the table. But a lot of women will sit here and say that you're insecure.
Why?
Because you don't want to take care of another man's kid.
And you know what? And that's probably true. You know what? Ladies, I am insecure, and that's exactly why I salute to the men that will do that, because that's a lot of respect.
Yeah.
And you know what? Not to be all personal, but like I had my sister's father do that, with my mother, and like he wasn't able to look at me the same way, and I think that's motivation for me to be a good father when I end up having kids.
Okay.
What I'm saying,
Jose?
So I could relate to that.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that he has to. Well, first I would have a conversation with him, but my immediate thought that comes to mind is what happened in those last 27 years that he decided to go after that woman. Because he must have been in a place where he didn't have a lot of options. He maybe wasn't making as much money, that he had to take care of. I mean, I hate to put it this way, but somebody else's mess, So the way that I would see it is I would have a conversation with him. I would say, listen, is this the life that you want to live? Do you want your kids of your own? Do you want to be with a woman that is not necessarily going to even probably let you discipline the kids? You know what? I actually met a woman that had like 3 different kids from 3 different fathers, and she was with her boyfriend. I think they had 1 more kid of their own, but her attitude towards the man was, I call the shots. He doesn't get to do anything. I'm the one that's, the breadwinner, and I'm the one that's doing all this. And that's typically the man that you're going to find in that situation. So if he's in that position, then I would understand why he's even considering it. However, if he's making money, he's in shape, he has style, he has swag, his communication is on point, he's hanging out with brothers that are on the mission as well, and he's on his purpose, there should be no reason why he should be considering an option like that.
What about you, Sahi? What you think, man?
I agree 100% with what he said in terms of if he's at that level, he shouldn't even, first of all, it's a red flag for the woman to even have 3 kids and still go out there for options. Going back to you, she said, hey, I'm worried about myself because I have kids. I don't want to bring just anybody around my kids. So it goes both ways. So for the guy, he shouldn't be in that position in the first place, knowing that obviously he's of that caliber. He's just pretty much bringing his standards all the way to the floor. And then for the woman, like, it's a red flag off rip if you have 3 kids and you're dealing with that situation.
Okay.
Would you guys agree that it's a lack of confidence in the man's behalf? Lack of confidence, lack of options?
Confidence and competence.
Yeah.
Definitely. They're settling because they don't have options. But ladies, this does not mean, because I don't want to, I'm just going to go against it just a little bit. This does not mean, like my friend Hector said, you guys are like milk. That does not mean a guy is not going to taste the rotten milk just because of curiosity and then throw it out just because, fuck it, why not? I just want to try it,
It's that smell. I mean, you know it's rotten, but you could like.
But the curiosity just you want to take a sip, but that does not mean you're gonna chug the whole carton of milk.
That's a fact.
You want to take a sip, you're like, oh fuck, this is trash. You throw it out, but you just tried it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you guys still have a chance.
Let me ask the ladies a question: are men that raise other men's kids, like, or let me not put it that way because that just sounds bad, but like, let's say you have a kid, and a man comes in and he takes you as you are, and he takes care of your kid. Is that a better man than just a normal guy that maybe wouldn't want to take care
No.
of your kid?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. What about you?
No.
No.
No,
Speak in the
fix her
mic.
mic. Yo,
No.
face it down, bro. Holy shit, man. And what about you?
Repeat the question.
Okay, so
one
like,
more
let's
time.
say hypothetically speaking, you were single and you had a kid. A guy comes in, he takes you as you are, he raises your kid, right? Is he a better man than a guy that doesn't want to do that?
No.
No. Okay, cool, interesting. I would have thought that one of you guys would have said yes, because that's typically the women that come on this show. That's typically what they say. They say that the men that actually are able to raise another man's kids are actually better men. They're real men. That's what they say, that they're real men. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So one more question before we move on. Are women that have children, are they essentially done in the dating marketplace?
No.
Who said no?
Me.
Okay. Why not?
My friends, they're younger moms and they had kids and they are just as beautiful, if not more beautiful, after having their kids. Seriously. And we're girls, we tell each other everything. Like, there are people knocking at their door who were just as good contenders as before the kids. So
The guys
wanna hear
knocking out
something?
the guys that are knocking out the door, are they just trying to fuck, or do you think they want a long-term relationship?
I don't care.
It's a good
I don't
question.
care.
It's a good
No,
question.
no.
Yeah, this is the
you have to
thing.
care.
Yeah.
You have to care.
This is the thing. What's your name again, Miss?
Katie.
Katie. This is the thing, Katie. It's not that, a single mother necessarily lost all her value in the dating market. It's just when men, especially single men that built themselves up to a certain level, they're not going to go towards those women, right? So in that case, she's going to have to settle, right? Which in reality, the man is settling for her, especially if he's single and he's, making a certain amount of money. He's going to have to settle for her. Like, she's going to have to check off on so many different prerequisites in order for him to take her seriously and overlook the fact that she has a child with another man, right? So, like, let's just say that she's a quote unquote modern woman. She still likes to party. She still likes to go out. She doesn't necessarily establish that respect between, I guess, stepfather and stepson or stepdaughter, because looking at from a man's perspective, right? Let's say you're a single man, you're 28, you look at a woman, she's 25, she has a child with another man. And let's just say in this scenario, right, the father isn't in the picture. He's going to have to bear the responsibility of not only her as a man, because as men, that's our responsibility to take care of the woman that we're with, but also take care of whatever she comes with. In this case, it's the son or the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
How can I feel comfortable as a man taking care of a woman with a child and not have authority over that child? Because even when you have your own children, sometimes when you don't run your family, you're not a certain kind of leader. Even the mother, when you're the biological father, steps in between the discipline from the father to the child, right? Let alone when you're not the biological father. So in that case, whoever your friend is would have to feel comfortable selecting a mate to lead her and her child, who belongs to another man. And, I don't know if their father's still in the picture, but in this scenario, he's not, you see? So not only is he put in he is, right? You see? So now not only is he in a tough spot taking care of a woman and her child, now he has to deal with a whole nother man. Because
if they're not a burden, what does it matter? Like,
no, but it is a burden.
They're out the way. They're out the way.
No, but it is a burden.
My friend and her kid and their dad to keep out of the way. Like, I dated someone with a kid.
That's different.
No burden to me.
Yeah, because you're the one. You're a woman. Like, let's say this, right? Let's create another scenario. Let's say you meet a man. He's everything you've ever wanted a man to be, right? He meets every metric. He's the exact height you want him to be. He's the weight you want him to be. He's chiseled. He looks good, whatever. And he has a son or a daughter. And he tells you, look, you got to hug my daughter. No, you got to do everything that a mother does for a child, but you can't be affectionate with him or her. You can't hug them. You can't kiss them, right? You can't nurture them. But you have to do everything else. You have to pick them up from school. You have to cook for them. You have to clean for them. You have to pick up after them.
But what an unrealistic scenario.
Listen. Don't cut me off, please. We said that in the beginning of the podcast. You have to do all of that, right? That's how a man feels when he goes into the life of a woman with a child, and he has to take care of the child, look after the child, provide safety, security, right? Provision over them. But he can't exercise his authority over the child. He can't discipline the child. How would you feel?
something to be talked about. If you can't do it, then it's over, or what? I mean, you have to come to an agreement on all things in a relationship, not just if you have a kid or this or that. I mean, you have to.
Okay, would you take that chance with that man?
Yes.
Yeah,
You had to think about that. I think you said yes. So she tried to like.
No,
prove
yes,
your point.
because I'm literally in that situation.
Wait,
You have a kid?
No.
Okay, then you're not in the situation.
You're with a man
We're
that
talking-
has a kid, right? Okay, now.
Well,
I thought you said you were single. Whoa,
I'm drawing back to like if I was still in Kansas, like that would be my situation.
That's not the.
So you
That's
have
not
a
the
boyfriend in
situation Hector's
Kansas?
saying.
No,
You're
I
single
don't.
here.
We're separate because we're both doing our own thing,
Oh, got
but
it.
a lot of respect for each other nonetheless.
But he had a child, is what you're saying.
Yes.
He has a child.
Yes.
But do you know why you're not responsible for the child?
Thank you.
Because he has a mother.
But yeah, he has a great mom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this is the difference between men and women. Let's say I meet a woman, right? And she has a child. I'm a single man, let's say, right?
Mhm.
I have to bear the responsibility of not just her, but also the child, because it's a man's responsibility to take care of his woman. So I'd have to move her into my home, move her child into my home, and take care of them financially, offer them safety, security, protection, provide for them. I'd have to buy him clothes, buy him food, treat him like my own, even though he's not my own. And then let's say she and I have a child. Now I'm splitting my finances between my child that's biologically mine and the child that isn't biologically mine. You know, so this is a tough position. So for the young men out there who are listening to this, don't put yourself in a position like that. You know, now
Like
if you
Brian.
have children and she has children and you guys just so happen to meet, you have a connection, that's different. But I'm talking about the young single men out there. So it's different. You don't have to bear the responsibility of the child like a man would have to if it was vice versa. You following me?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. That's why
She
everything
doesn't
he
want to accept it.
everything he just said went out.
1 year. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing. Did you understand what he was saying?
Yeah, I understand what he was
Please
saying.
speak into the mic. Yo, turn her up if we have to, bro. Please. Did you really understand what?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. What was he saying?
He's saying that the man is the one that has to provide for the woman, take in the kid, and do all of that stuff. I mean, I guess that's the way that you think, and that's great, and I respect it. That
It's
can
not
go-
the way that we think.
Yes.
It's the way that it is.
No, it's the way that you think.
No. It's the way that
No,
it is.
it's the way that you think.
let's
No.
peel a layer back now.
It's the way that you think.
Okay,
It's the way
so
that
what's
it
your
is.
name? Greta?
Mhm.
Okay, Miss Greta. So what way is it other than that?
That can be done both ways.
Hold on. Okay, can you explain, please?
A woman can take care of a man and their kid just the
Why?
same.
Okay, let me ask you this question, right? Why the fuck
Mhm.
would a woman want to take care of a man?
Why-
Let's be realistic, right?
Why not?
Literally.
Realistically, no woman wants to take care of a man. No woman wants to take care of men long term. No woman wants to take care of a man. You might help a man out while he's down
Mhm.
because you know the potential he has, right? Let's say you met him, he was up here, and then some shit happened and everything didn't go the way that he planned, and boom, you know, he fell for a little bit, he stumbled, but he's picking himself up, and you're like, you know what, baby, don't worry, I got it. I'll take care. You guys aren't biologically hardwired to do that long term. No woman wants to take care of a man. You know the type of woman that take care of men? Women with no options. Women who are past
Yeah.
that is true. Women who
That
are
is
past
not
their
true.
prime.
No, I disagree with you.
You might
100%.
disagree, not believe or accept it, but that's the reality.
It's not.
You go to any
That's your
beautiful
reality.
woman. No, I'm talking about objective reality. No beautiful woman is gonna take care of a man.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Are you
love
a
the
masculine or are you a feminine woman?
I'm feminine,
Have you taken care of a man?
of course.
But that's the
But
problem.
not
She
now.
said-
Not now
You-
when I'm 37 and,
Yeah, you
and
said
wasted. No, when I
Would-
was in my
would
I was 22.
Would you take care of a woman now? Of a man now?
Yeah, I mean, if
Red flag.
if I'm the one that makes, if I can do it, and we're both supporting each other.
No.
Then why
You're
not?
taking care of the man.
Yeah, you're
I mean, if it's in the possibilities, and I'm the one making the money, why not? Like, what's the problem?
So you
It
would have
sounds like
him-
they're saying stuff just to prove their point.
So you would have them. Okay, so you're
Uh-huh.
saying that you would take care of him long term, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and he's cooking, cleaning, doing all the
Sure.
housework. Yeah.
Oh no.
There's no way
Yeah.
you can't be in your feminine, your energy.
Is that something that you want though, or do you prefer a man that will take care of you?
No, I prefer taking care of me. I prefer.
Then why are you
Let me-
arguing for the opposite?
No, she said she prefers taking care of her.
No, and I if I'm in the position, I can also take care of the man. I mean,
Where are
I
you
don't
from?
have a problem with that. I'm Cuban.
You're Cuban?
Yeah.
You were born in Miami?
No, I was born in Cuba.
Oh, you
That's
were
it.
born in
That's
Cuba.
It. That's it, right there. That's it.
Nah, see, that's
no, that's not it. Talk to any Cuban woman.
It's the fact that society has successfully bamboozled and hoodwinked women into thinking that they want to do that, when in reality you guys don't want to do that shit. You guys say you do, but in reality you
Nowadays,
don't.
we don't even have a choice. I have more money than any man I've ever talked to in the last couple weeks.
That's because of your poor selection in men.
You're talking to
You're looking at
17-year-olds.
you're looking at 17, 18, 19-year-olds. You're a
No.
22-year-old.
You just said that. You told us
No,
that.
I
The word-
said
you
I
know
was
what you're saying.
19 dating
Yeah,
a
that's
17
But you
year
said
old.
you
See
don't
what
like
happens
older
when you stick out
guys.
trying to save her ass? Now
Yeah.
you're on the
Yeah.
vibe.
But you literally said you do not like older guys. You go
No, I
for
don't
guys
like
around your
literally
age.
older guy. I like guys my age. Yes.
Okay, guys your age.
What do you
you're
expect
22.
from
They're
a
not
guy
gonna
your
be-
age? Yeah,
They're not have
22.
value.
I don't need to be like taken care of. Literally, I don't even have bills for real anyway. Like, as I'm young dating,
bro.
Yeah,
I'm not
young
looking
mentality.
to be
It's
married
it's real
right
quick, man.
now. I don't want to.
Okay, bro, real quick before we move on from her, all right, the sisterhood coming in to save her. You do understand that I have kids, right? He has kids too. I'm pretty sure some of the men understand why I have kids. Like, when you're saying that it's your reality, it's not my reality. This is general reality, right? Like, I've never dated a girl that said, I'm gonna take care of you and your kid. That's never fucking happened.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, even if it did happen, I would be turned off by that. what are you gonna do? Hypothetically speaking, let's say me and you started dating, right?
Mhm.
What you gonna do? Take care of us?
If I can do it, why not?
But why? Would you be turned on by me though?
Would I be what?
Would
I'm
you be
sorry?
turned on? Would you be aroused when you came home? Would you want to have sex with me?
Why not?
What do you? What?
Because now you're the masculine person. I'm the femme.
Can I chime in real
go
quick?
ahead,
Can I chime in?
please.
So this is kind of why we have the problems that we have in today, because people don't understand their roles. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you know how to hunt?
Do I know how to what?
Hunt. Like go and
No.
hunt. Okay.
No.
So if we go back in time, right?
Right.
Who goes out and hunts, gets the food, brings it back to the house? The woman or the man?
The back in time, the man.
Because they understood their roles.
Right.
So that's my point, is that if you don't understand your role, right, you're going to attract a man that doesn't understand his.
But we're not
and then
back in
that's
the
when
day.
it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
I understand that, but that's why society is the way that it is today, opposed to how it was in the
How is
past.
it?
It's completely destructive. It's people don't understand their roles. Men are okay with being taken care of by a woman.
Why is that destructive?
Why? Because, like I said, understanding roles.
The only reason you think that,
you're just saying like
Greta.
understanding roles, but you're
Right.
not
No, we
explaining why.
you-
What is so destructive about it?
Why? Because people don't understand their roles, and that's why you have the situations that you have today.
Like what?
And it makes a lot of sense. Why? I mean, you don't have nobody. You have two baby daddies. Makes
Yeah.
completely sense.
I was married both times.
So that's what I'm saying. But my point is that we don't understand
Divorced
each
both
other's
times,
roles.
Yeah. That's,
yeah,
So what?
I'm
it's
sorry.
because men civilized the world to such a level that you can afford to think that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
you're
fine.
right. It's not 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago, where men had to go out and hunt. However, the only reason why that is because of men.
Really?
Yes,
Yes,
because of
100%.
men. That's why it's that way.
Do you
Wait,
disagree with
hold
me
on,
saying?
no. She thinks it was because of women.
I mean, it's because of whomever. Men, women.
So who's whomever? Who's whomever?
I mean, like for women's rights, it was not
wasn't
just
women.
men. It was for sure. It was women as well.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Women played a role. Look, when you build a society, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's roles. We have men and we have women.
Mm-hmm.
Women have their role, men have their role. If we go back
Right.
500 years pre colonization, right? Let's say before 1492, right?
Right.
When you look at the Aztec Empire,
Mm-hmm.
they, instead of putting children in school for 8 hours,
Right.
the boys were taught how to hunt at a certain age. The girls were taught how to weave baskets and pick fruits, because everyone had their roles. Children weren't put in school until they were about 12, 13, 14 years old. Then they were taught, right, math and things like that. But before that, they were taught basic human nature, right?
Yeah.
Which is women have their roles.
Mhm.
They tend to the home, they cook, they clean. Men had their roles, boys had their roles. What do? We go, we hunt, we clear forests, right? We build things with our hands. Today, men civilize the world to such a level that women think that they can be independent. but the only reason you can be independent is because of men, right? So you forgot your roles. So just like Saeed was saying, the reason why the world is so destroyed, the reason why we have feminine men and masculine women, ultimately, yes, it's because of men. But you think that you can take care of a man long term.
Yeah.
But that's only because you've developed masculine characteristics.
Yeah.
Right?
Hold on.
So because of those masculine characteristics, when you meet a man, the only man that you're going to attract is a feminine man with feminine characteristics, right?
Okay.
So when you guys elope, it's going to clash.
Yep.
Men are not supposed to have feminine characteristics. Feminine men scream at women. Feminine men punch holes in walls. Feminine men throw fits. Masculine women, they scream at men. And they're going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because you're going to be tired coming home from work. You're going to see him playing the PlayStation. What's just Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out. You're going to come home. He's going to be playing Grand Theft Auto 6. You're going to be like, what the fuck? Dishes ain't clean. The food ain't cooked. Pizza again?
Right.
Okay, I have a question for you. You were married twice.
Yeah.
Who was the breadwinner in both relationships?
I was.
You were.
Mhm.
You see the pattern here?
Okay.
You divorced them? Did you file for divorce?
Yes.
Into the microphone.
Okay. Do me a favor too.
Yes.
After this, move your hair behind so they can see you. Okay. We want to make sure put your hair behind this the headpiece right here. So you were married twice, divorced twice. You were the breadwinner. You filed for divorce in both marriages.
Right.
Amazing.
It's a pattern.
Yeah.
You initiated divorce both times, right?
Right.
Yeah, statistics. There you go. Women initiate the majority of divorce. I think it's what 75% of divorce are initiated by women, or 85 is initiated
Over
by
80.
women.
Over 80.
Yeah, and I think it's like 50% of the women who initiate for divorce are college educated and career high earning women. Correct?
Yes.
You made more than both your ex-husbands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing, man. Let's go ahead and power my man Dr. Kish real quick, man.
What's
Put us
Dr.
up.
Kish talking about? Dr. Kish said, shout out to the G's, Jose and Brian. Welcome back to South Florida.
What's up, Dr. Kish?
Always dropping knowledge and living a focused and sincere life. Most people talk, but only few show results.
Yeah, shout out to him. Go ahead and power my man David Jones as well, man. Go ahead.
David Jones said, Brian, let's pretend that you're single. You find the perfect woman, but she rejects you over your height. Later, you learn that her MILF mom wants to bang you. Do you pursue revenge sex or move on?
So guys, unfortunately, I'm 5'8". So yeah, you know, it would be
5'8" too.
It would be because of the height. Thank you, David Jones. I appreciate it. But listen, if I was in that situation, I would definitely have sex with the mom, and I will make sure that I'll get caught by the daughter inside the house, and then I'll ask her to give Mama and Papa some coffee.
All right. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead ask another question to the panel. Shout out to the chat too, man. At what age would you guys, we're going to go around the table on this one. At what age would you recommend a woman to settle down? We'll start off with you this time. At what age would you recommend a woman be settled down by?
I would say definitely late 20s, can't push it past 30.
Late 20s, so 29 the latest.
Yeah.
Okay, 29 the latest. What about you?
I would agree.
29 latest. What about you?
I'd say as young as she could, as long as she finds the right man, you know.
Okay.
I would say if we're giving it an age, I would say if she's 18 and finds the right guy, 19, 20, 21, 22, I mean, that's probably going to be her best guy right there.
Okay. What would you say to the people that would say if she's 18 and she finds the right guy, she gets married, she never really got to taste the world?
Why would she?
Possibility that maybe she'll divorce him later on. Why not have your fun first and then settle down, right? That's what some women would argue, right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you're looking for, right? If the way that I see it is when you're young as a woman, right? You have the chance and the opportunity to cash in the ticket.
Move your mic up a little bit, brother.
You have that good?
Good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So let's say, for example, you're 19, right? And you have your ticket's worth $1 billion. every year you grow older, there's a possibility that that ticket's going to go down in value. Why? Because of all the experiences that you're having, right? All the relationships, all the different things that now the world is going to start to corrupt you and mold you and shape you into a person that's going to be very difficult and very stubborn, because a man is very territorial. So a man is going to want you to be his own.
Okay.
So I think that the younger she is, the better of a chance or the better of an opportunity that she can grow old with somebody that can actually take care of her and provide her if she wants to live that traditional life with kids and have a better chance at, having a healthy relationship.
Okay. What about you? What age would you say for a woman?
I mean, whatever happens, happens. Everyone has a different life, Everybody's path is different. Some people choose normality and some people don't. That's it.
If you had a daughter, what age would you tell her to be settled down by?
I would say, I don't know. I don't think it's a choice. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's an organic thing.
When you wake up, hold on. When you wake up, do you know what you're gonna do, or is it just like whatever happens, it happens? Like, do you not have a goal for the day, or
No, I definitely do. No, I definitely do. But for me personally, it just didn't happen. So I don't know. I can't relate to other people's lives.
Would you recommend your daughter to
I'm
get
from
married
Indiana,
at,
and I got out of that town, and I never looked back. So
yeah, but earlier you said let's normalize being single.
yeah, so because that's kind of how it is in Miami, and it's okay.
But just imagine if everybody here, let's say everybody here, we were the last ones on earth, and we were let's just normalize being single. We don't need each other. Like, don't you see something wrong with that?
No, I would love to be with somebody, but if it doesn't happen, it's not meant for you. It's not meant for you.
But see, that's the thing. You would love to be with somebody.
If it happens.
But
the right person, not just anybody. That's the thing.
But there is no.
I could be with just anybody.
Perfect person though, right? Like there is no perfect person.
Absolutely not.
And the thing is that women are out here looking for this perfect person. That doesn't.
No such thing. No.
Yeah. So you're kind of saying, oh, let's normalize being single because you missed out on your boat.
Maybe I did.
And now other women that are looking at this show.
I'm okay with that.
Listen, but then say that. Say, listen, I'm okay with the fact that I missed the boat.
Correct.
I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life. But I'm not gonna sit here. But I'm not. She's stuck in Miami. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it's okay to be single till you're 37.
No, it's not okay.
But that's essentially what you're doing. Is when women. We had a woman do the same thing yesterday.
Well, it's not. It just hasn't happened, and it's not. Not it won't happen.
Yeah, but look, Miss, that's not what's true. Your name again, Miss?
Jessica.
Look, this is the thing, Miss Jessica. You just said let's normalize being single, right? And what did I say earlier? That's filth that older women tell younger women, right? It sounds bitter. It sounds like you want young. Can I finish, please?
Yes, I do like young men. Yes, I do.
May I finish? No, that's fine. That's fine. You can
like young men make more money than older men nowadays. May I finish? Or anyone. So.
Now, yeah, that's fine that you like young men. There's young men out there that have those kinds of fetishes for older women.
Yep.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
Yeah.
It's not about those young men that would be willing to have sex with you. It's about the young women. Please let me finish.
I kind of like the chase.
Please let me finish, please.
A little bit.
Please. It's about the young women that are going to listen to you and might be like, you know what? Miss Jessica looks kind of cool. She seems fun and alive. But she said, let's normalize being single. You know what? I'm 15 years younger. I'm 15 years younger than her. I'm 23 years old. So you know what? I'm going to run around and accumulate a bunch of sexual partners because I don't want to settle down. I want to be single.
Doesn't mean I'm promiscuous at all.
You sound promiscuous.
Well, that's your perception, honey. You don't know me at all.
You just said
you don't know me at all, honey. You know nothing about me. You don't even know my name.
But think
keep
about
asking me, what's your name? What's your name? I'm Jessica.
Okay,
you don't know anything about me.
Yeah, but just the way that you communicate,
but it lets
nothing,
me know. But everybody has their different paths, is what I'm saying. If you want to be just a podunk whoever and marry and settle down, that's whoever. But if you have big ambitions, then it's just not like that.
Okay, then let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Would you have settled down if you would have found the right man in your early years? When you were 23 years old, would you have settled down with the right man?
Get her heck.
I mean, it didn't happen.
Yes or no? Would you have? Yes or no?
I tried. It didn't work.
Hypothetically, let's say you did and it would have worked.
I was in a relationship. I tried to have a normality. It didn't work out. And I moved on.
Miss Jessica, hypothetically, let's say that it would have worked out. would you have settled down with that man that you met if he met every prerequisite that you needed, every standard that you had when you were 23? Would you have settled down? Yes or no?
Don't think so.
So you wouldn't have?
No, because I don't settle. That's why.
Just, I have a question.
Fucking finance.
Just, I have a question. Do you have any advice for any young woman out there who are single who's trying to settle down?
Good luck. Have fun. I don't know.
Okay.
Just not.
I
doing
have
that.
a question for.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes.
Ms. Jessica, do you believe in accountability?
Yes.
Do you believe in responsibility?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're 37, right? Going back to what he said, if you could give somebody that's young advice, would you give them advice telling them, hey, this is what I did, this is why I'm here?
Everybody's different, honey. Everybody's different. I don't know their goals. I don't know their life. I don't know anything.
But if you're 37 and you made mistakes, wouldn't it be fair for you to tell the young people that, hey, these are the mistakes that I made. This is why I am where I am. Don't do these mistakes.
But what
so
is
you don't
wrong
end
with
up.
being where I am?
You're saying that you wish you had
What is
somebody,
wrong
but
with-
you don't
I'm
have
saying that
them.
would be cute and nice and everything, but
Cute.
if it's not happening, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm okay with that.
But don't you think you maybe could have improved in certain areas when you were younger to rise your odds of being with someone?
Honey, my life is very complicated on so many levels.
So that's my point, is that if it's complicated and you have so much going on, isn't it fair to give advice to the younger people so they don't get complicated when they're older?
I don't know. I mean, are they trying to be aspiring singers? What are they trying to do?
They're trying to find a partner. That's what I'm saying, Jess.
Oh.
Like if a young woman's goal is to settle down, I'm asking you, Jess.
Then I'm sure they'll attain that goal.
Right, but do you have advice for them?
I wasn't trying to attain that goal.
Right, but based on trial and error. Like for example, I'm a business owner.
Yes.
I can give advice about owning businesses all day long because I fucked up in the past and now I am where I am today.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, even if I failed multiple times, I could still give advice to the younger crowds out there saying, hey, listen, I wouldn't go that route because the big bad wolf is going to be in that street. I wouldn't go here because I went down there and that fucking something happened there. So like, I'm just asking for the young woman out there, you went in different avenues because you're 37 years old, Jess.
Yes.
So I'm asking,
I'm proud of it. Thank you.
You're not proud of it.
Listen,
I am
You're
proud
not.
of
Because here's the
actually,
thing, right? This is Steve. What? Hey, Steve.
What is wrong with being 37?
What
I don't
episode is this, bro?
understand.
What
Like,
episode
are
is
you
this?
guys women?
We're on
Like,
244.
degraders? What's
This is
happening?
episode 244.
You just
And
come
we
here
ha-
to
we ha-
degrade older
and
women? Is that what we do?
No. We tell you the truth. This is unfiltered.
Oh, what's the truth?
Here's the truth. Here's the truth.
Life
You
is- we
wasted
can't-
your best years fucking around.
Well, what if
And
the
now
best
that
is
you-
yet to come?
No, the best is not yet to come. You're done. You're 37
Oh,
in the
well,
dating market. I'm telling you. And
honey.
listen, there's a reason why you're dating.
You don't know- are you a psychic?
You're dating younger men, and younger men are using you and leaving. That's just the way that it is. Listen, we have 37-year-olds come on here all the time. 40-year-olds come on here all the time. We had a 45-year-old come on here all the one time and say the same thing you did. And cried after the show.
Okay.
And she cried after the show because we called her out on it. She sat here. She said a natural right there. And she sat here and she said, I'm 45. I'm happy. I'm a single mother. I don't need a man, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the show, when the cameras were off, fucking cried because she knew we were right. You're 45 years old. You're a single mother. Nobody
Now
wants to
I'm
marry.
45.
No, I'm saying she was 45. Nobody wanted to date her. Nobody wanted to take her seriously.
Well, I'm sorry for her.
Every man that did take a chance on her wanted to have kids. And she could no longer
Well,
offer
that's
that.
her. Not me.
and I'm sure this woman was thankful.
I can
for
always
the
adopt.
wake-up call.
Yeah.
If that's what I want to do.
But men don't want to adopt kids. They want their own kids. They want to leave a legacy down.
That's facts.
I don't need a man. Like,
Okay, look.
I just don't.
You don't need one, but you want one.
I'm saying I'm not like, I like dick. Yeah.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
nice. But it's like, it's
And
not necessary.
Yeah, and it's because men civilize the world to such a level that you feel like you don't need him. But
So
you're
this is all my
biological.
fault.
We're not saying that. You're
How
saying
men are, this is all my
no,
fault.
Yes.
Jessica, you're taking
I'm saying
things very personally. We're talking in generalities. We just so happen to be telling you these generalities. Men civilize the world to such a level that it lets women like you think or feel that you don't need a man, but biologically you have an urge and it makes you want that man. Right? So when you can't detain that man, now you're going for younger men, and these younger men, they're not going to take you seriously. You were able to keep your body up, you were able to keep your looks up to a certain degree in your opinion, However, they're not going to settle
you.
down with you. They're not going to be like, you know what? I'm going to marry Jessica.
Yeah.
Finish her.
How many people are offering you rings?
I'm offering myself a ring. I'm gonna get.
Amazing. Okay.
I don't care. Like, listen, I can't even find a guy who speaks English, honey. Like, you're the first. Like,
Well,
it's
then you're
just
looking in
the
the wrong
foreigners have
place.
taken over Miami, and I love the Spanish men, but it's just half of the society's gay, half of them don't speak English, and so my odds, you're right, are very slim. But guess what? I don't care because I'm a successful entrepreneur, and I don't need anybody.
I got a cousin who.
And if God wants that for me, it'll happen.
Jessica,
That's it.
I have a cousin. He needs citizenship. I could hook you up. with
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I got you. After the show, he's young.
Good.
But I don't know what he. But after he gets citizenship, you know, I
Yeah,
don't
and
know what
all of them want citizenship.
what he's
Let me
gonna
tell you
do.
that much. There's half of Argentina is here right now, and they're all fucking hot, and they all need a green card.
And they all just want to fuck.
And I don't give a
And they all
fuck.
just want to fuck. But
And
at
I
some-
know this.
at
You're
some-
telling me.
but-
Tell me
but-
something I do not
but
know.
Jess,
Tell
at
me
some-
something I do not
Jess,
know.
At some point, when
You're gonna have to buy a dog and die alone.
Jess, at some point,
I'm willing to accept that.
Jess, at some point, when you're done getting fucked, when you're done getting used, you sit
I'm not
there
even
and
fucking anybody.
No, what I'm saying in general, right? You gotta be having sex, correct?
I mean, I can, but I don't
No,
have
these
sex
young
with
men,
all
they're-
different
they're-
kinds of guys just to fuck.
These young
These
men,
hot
listen,
Argentinians.
these young men aren't dating you just because you're pretty. They're not.
Fucking way.
They're trying to have sex.
I know.
Okay.
Like,
All right,
I know
girl, you're
this.
a lost cause. I want to get your
Yes, I
opinion on
totally
what
am.
she's saying so far.
Welcome to Miami.
So this is crazy, but every time I watch the show, it's like I lose more brain cells. And listening to this, I lost a lot of brain cells. But
I'm happy for you guys, though. By the way,
Thank you.
congratulations and
Thank
God
you.
bless your marriage.
Thank you.
In Jesus' name.
Thanks.
Is that funny? Yeah.
So I would say as like, if you have high standards, you're gonna find someone with high standards. But if you have low standards, you're gonna end up attracting that. So it's
Yeah.
honestly very simple. So
Yeah. Law 10 from the 48 Laws of Power. I think it says avoid the infectious, avoid the misfortunate, because misery, you know, attracts misery, and misfortune attracts misfortune. But on a lighter note, we're gonna play a
On a
little
lighter
game.
note, I have an EP November 17th, 12 o'clock. Turn it up.
Please don't
Jesse,
interrupt.
thank you.
Please don't interrupt the theme
November
music.
17th.
Miss Jessica,
Turn it
please
up.
don't
Stream
please
it.
don't interrupt the theme music. And on a lighter note, this is a game that we like to play called You Can't Be That Stupid.
Stupid.
We're gonna be asking all the panelists 5th grade level questions to see how smart they are. We're gonna start with you, Gerald.
Oh man.
Let's see.
You got started hot, brother.
Yeah, let's see.
Wait, Hector, are we doing the same from yesterday? What are we
No,
doing?
yeah, we'll
We
do the
didn't
same.
check.
Yeah, we'll do
All
the
right.
same ones. Okay, how many grams are in 2 cups? You don't cheat either. I see you. I see
Yeah, I
you
was
trying to
looking at
peep.
your
Yeah, I
phone.
see you peeping.
Shit, I won't even lie. I don't know.
Stupid.
Give a guess real quick. How many grams are in 2 cups?
Sound like a trick question. Like it.
480.
That's a 5th grade question now.
Miss Greta,
Yes.
which ancient civilization invented the modern calendar?
It was the Mayans.
The modern calendar.
Oh, the modern. Hold on, I'm thinking. 1 second.
Stupid.
The Roman Empire. Brian,
Yes, sir.
which is the largest country in the world?
Russia.
That was an easy one. I don't know. Since the declassification of Pluto,
You already lost. me.
which is the smallest planet in the solar system?
Not a clue in the world, honestly.
Can you name
I
another
didn't
planet
even hear
besides
you.
Earth?
Name another planet
That
besides
was
Earth.
rude, but that's funny. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Venus, Mercury,
You said Venus.
wait,
What is it?
Saturn.
Mars
It's Mercury.
or Mercury?
See, I kind of heard that, but I was nervous. Yeah.
Ms. Jessica, which is the largest and deepest ocean in the world? And please don't say my vagina. The largest and deepest ocean in the world.
Honestly, I don't know.
Is it Pacific?
The Pacific Ocean.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Good to
Jose,
know. Thank you.
how many grams are in a kilo?
And we don't got no trap niggas here.
How many grams are in a kilo?
Yeah.
1,200.
Stupid.
1,000. Close.
Close.
Okay. What's
Too
your name
busy
again,
making
Miss?
money.
Rana.
Ms. Rana. Bobby's Bakery sells 94 birthday cakes per day at $15 each. That's 94 birthday cakes per day at $15 each. How much money will it make in 4 days?
Oh shit. Okay, hold on.
Stupid.
This is like 2,000.
$5,520.
I don't even have paper in front of me.
Okay, Saeed, this is a hard one.
You got to carry the 2.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
just literally sitting there trying to do it.
Okay. What is a group of crows called?
I have no idea.
A group of a group of crows.
A group of crows?
Mhm.
Crows that are in a group?
A group of crows.
Stupid.
A murder.
Well, damn.
Yeah. So this one's for the whole panel. The candy costs $1.35. Tommy paid with $2. How much change should he receive?
65 cents.
Oh. And that was another segment of You Can't Be That Stupid. I appreciate all y'all playing, man.
Yeah,
Good
shout out to the
spirits,
panel, man.
good
You guys are
spirits.
great sports about that, man. Okay, let's go to another question now. We're going to start off with you this time. Should women have the right to vote?
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Please move the mic close to you and speak into it, please. Go ahead.
I say today, yeah, women should have the right to vote.
Today? Okay. What about you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. What about you, Brian?
No.
Okay. Amazing. What about you?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about you? No.
Yeah.
No? Okay. What about you?
I'd say no. I don't even vote.
Wow. Okay. Amazing. What
No.
about you? No? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 no's.
Okay.
Why no?
They're emotional. So, sometimes when it's time of the month, they could think red is red, or sometimes red is blue. And then the next day when they're off their cycle, they might think blue is green. So I think they should just leave it up to someone who is not on their cycle or maybe on their birth control. I don't know.
Okay. Amazing. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with what Brian said. Women are more emotional than men, while men tend to make more logical decisions, especially with the men being, if we're talking about, let's say, women having to take care of their kids and being the ones to nurture the family. It's the men that are out here in the world doing the difficult jobs and making things happen. So I would say, I think they should leave that to the men to make the decisions.
Perfect. What about you?
I agree 100%. We're too emotional. We don't make logical and we don't vote logically. So, in general, women should not be voting at all.
Okay.
I don't vote. So,
Okay. What about you over there?
Yeah, I agree 100% with the emotions aspect of it. I mean, the emotions is a big. So, for example, I'm looking at this person. Oh, he made me feel this way. I'm not going to vote for him. But all the policies go hand in hand in what we need, and then they don't vote for that. So, emotions is a very, very big problem when it comes to women partaking in those activities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, for the ladies who said yes.
Yes.
Why?
And him too.
Yeah. For the panelists that said yes, even though voting comes with having to be in selective service, do you still think that women should have the right to vote? Can you look up the definition selective service, please?
Yeah, I was about to say
it.
that. Yeah. Because women still aren't drafted.
Yeah.
So it's like they get the privilege of voting, but they don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, they don't have any responsibilities.
Let's draft
Right?
them.
Okay. Let's draft
So
them.
women should
Would
get
I want
drafted?
you in the front lines?
I don't know. Would you?
Absolutely not.
Could
Who's
you
gonna be in
carry-
the front lines?
Could
Why
you
not?
could you carry me to safety if you had to?
Hell no.
I mean, I'm not trained, but the women that go to the army are trained.
Even though
I'll be
they
your
lower,
trainer.
even though
No,
they lower
I'll be your
the
trainer.
even though they lower the standard for the women's what's it called, the physical
Yeah.
test, the PT test. What do they lower it to? You was in the Navy, right?
Yeah, I think for the women it is 1.5 miles in 16 minutes.
16 minutes.
Do me a favor. Go ahead and read that.
No,
real
for
quick.
the men it's I think
Uh-huh.
11.
So this is what
12,
selective
12,
service
right,
is.
right.
What is selective registration? Registration is a way our government keeps a list of names of men from which to draw in case of national emergency requiring rapid expansion of our armed forces. By registering all young men, selective services ensure that a future draft will be fair and equitable.
Okay, real quick. I want to go around. Why do you think women should vote?
I mean, because it's 2023. It's like it just is what it is. Like this isn't the old ages anymore.
Do you know anything about politics? Who was our last vice president?
Our last vice president?
Yes, who was our last vice president?
Romeo Santos, right? No,
You don't know it? Okay. Do you know our
Hold
last?
on, hold on,
vice
hold on.
president was?
Who's our current vice president?
Oh, if you don't know this shit,
ain't it Brittany Grinder?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it was
who-
Brittany
Kamala
Grinder, right?
This is put him on the
No.
spot, you know.
No,
And
no,
then
no,
this whole
no,
thing
no,
is
it
kind of
wasn't-
a woman bashing thing.
No, it's not a
just
woman
like,
bashing
it really
thing.
Is.
Me asking you for the fucking vice president is not woman bashing. That's just you should know this
That's
shit.
common sense. You live in America.
Do I?
Red flag.
Kind of in Miami. Doesn't count.
Stupid.
Okay,
Damn
no,
right I am.
seriously though.
Who's
So
the vice president of Miami?
Vice president of Miami.
It's Pitbull.
Exactly.
no, but seriously, please give me a reason why you think women should vote. Just because it's 2023?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. Okay. What about you?
I don't know. I think whenever people say women are too emotional, they tie it to sadness. But I could go and say men are emotional.
I didn't
for
ask you
anger,
that.
you
Why
know?
should
Like,
women be able to vote?
Well, I'm just disagreeing with their reasonings, but I don't care.
You don't
yes,
care.
I think they should because why not? I don't know.
Because
I don't
why
vote
not?
myself
Because you
I
don't know
I
anything
don't-
about politics.
yeah, I don't know anything about
So
politics.
why should
I
you have
don't-
the right to vote?
So you just want the
Well,
right just
some
to have
women
it.
do.
No, I don't even
No
care
more.
about the right.
I know most
don't.
women don't care about. They
Yeah,
they
I
just
don't
vote just
know.
because.
What's your name again, Miss?
Katie. Oh
Katie.
My God.
You said that the reason why people say that women are emotional because they tie it to sadness.
Yeah, I'm just assuming.
Mhm.
I could be wrong. Like, I think whenever everyone says women are emotional, they are associating it with crybaby, period, like blah, blah, blah. But I could turn around and think men are emotional because they're anger, they're quick to react in an aggressive way.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that's
you know,
emotional, man.
sometimes, I know, but
Yeah.
I
'Cause
mean,
men who
I'm
aren't
just saying
emotional-
so then I could say I don't think men should vote because they'll punch a wall if they're mad, or you know, I think that was a shitty argument.
Yeah,
is
Katie. That's the difference though. Like men who are masters of their, because everyone feels. I
all.
feel,
Yeah,
you
so what
feel,
if
we all
I'm a
feel.
fucking master at my emotions, and
But
so
that's
now
the
I can't
thing.
vote? you
No,
know?
listen. This is the thing. Women are biologically hardwired with emotion, right? Men were biologically hardwired with logic. That's why you need a man and a woman. It's that balance. Men operate on logic, critical thinking, right? It is, it isn't. Women operate on their emotions. I feel, I felt. Makes sense?
Yes.
That's why when you have certain arguments with women or debates, there's always that gray area. Oh, well, if in this case, like for example, let's talk about abortion. And when we speak about abortion, there's always that exception, the exception, the exception. And they'll argue the exception based off emotions because they identify with the feelings of that 1% of women who went through a specific situation, and they overrule the 99.9% of other women that logically wouldn't make sense to make it legal, right? And we're not saying pro-life, pro-choice. We're just saying in this argument to prove a point, the 99.9% of women who are using it as a convenience, right, as birth control, they'll argue that 1%. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Because of emotion. versus men typically, right? And we're talking about a specific kind of man, a man who's a master of his emotion, a stoic man, right? A man who doesn't allow his emotions to control him, who operates in logic, who operates in critical thinking.
Bro, you lost her 10 seconds ago. I swear to God. She's like this.
But for the
bro, you lost her 10 seconds ago.
Sure,
bro.
but for the
hold on. You lost her 10 seconds and she still wants the right to vote. Who's our vice president? Who's our vice president?
No idea.
No idea. Who's our vice president?
I have no idea. Just like her.
Thank you.
No, dead ass, you don't know?
I got you, girl. I don't.
Who's our vice president?
Kamala Harris.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. You seriously didn't know that, Brian? I guess
said Kamala Harris
I
earlier.
must be bashing men since he didn't know the fucking
Wait,
answer.
no, Brian, you were
I'm
trolling.
bashing men, right? That's what you said
Yeah.
earlier.
Kind of sounds.
Brian knows who the fucking vice president is. Stop fucking
Okay,
trolling.
all right, cool. Real quick, because we have some super chats coming in. Shout out to the chat, man. Okay, real quick. Why should women have the right to vote?
Because we contribute to this country as well.
What do you contribute?
We work. We pay
You
taxes.
contribute to that.
No. We work. We pay taxes. We raise children. We have a say in how our children are going to be raised, in what type of safety they're going to grow in. You know, we do have a say as well. We are just as contributing as men are. And
safety, you think so, for real?
correct.
Yeah. Do you think that a child is better raised off with a single father or a single mother, in your opinion?
In my opinion, I mean, I know you're gonna hate this answer. I'm gonna say that it depends on who it is. If it's a woman, it depends. I know
doesn't
many
depend.
things. Yes, it does.
It does
Overall,
not.
in general,
Just generally speaking,
Yes.
typically.
not a single person that they care.
So generally speaking, it's the woman who raises the child.
No.
No.
Do you think a child is better off being raised by a single mother or a single father?
It depends.
You know,
But
where
father,
that's a
all
general
day.
question.
Okay, quick, you guys. You see how she just proved my point without even trying?
Yeah.
It depends. Gray area. Well, we don't know. Maybe, perhaps. Yes or no? Black or white?
Yeah, I don't have to
Men
choose.
or women?
I
In
don't
your
have to
opinion,
choose.
who is a child better off being raised by? His mother or her mother? Or his mother? I mean, his father or her father? Mother, father.
I'm speaking from my experience, and
Well,
I'm gonna say it depends.
Let's just talk, but we talk generally, not experience based. We talk about objective truth, objective reality, not subjective, right? So
Okay.
we exit out our own personal opinions and we go with facts. That's why we bring up definitions. That's why we bring up statistics when we go through the show. If you notice, the majority of the questions that he asked 3 questions, and the chat asked about 3 or 4. Yeah. So you see, we don't plan. The majority of the show isn't planned. The only thing we plan is our guests.
I get it.
You know, so everything is comprised of is organic conversation. So in your opinion, generally speaking,
In
as a
my opinion,
collective,
or as a fact, like you're saying.
no, collective, in your opinion, do you think a woman is better off raising a child, or a father is better off raising his child?
In my opinion, it depends. But in what you're saying,
If you were to pick between a mother and a father,
I'll pick a mother.
okay,
Of course you would.
Jesus.
Of course you would. Listen, man, you guys can't even argue. How the fuck do you guys deserve the right to vote? What about you, bro? You were the only gentleman that said women should be allowed to vote. Why?
Correct. Honestly, nowadays, the panel was saying women are emotional. They get influenced easily. They can be manipulated for like votes and things like that. Can't make sound decisions. I'll say nowadays, that's a lot of men. You know, guys being masculine, guys being knowledgeable, being able to make sound decisions without being triggered. Being knowledgeable in politics and that kind of stuff. That's becoming more of the minority. So women are becoming more masculine. They're working more. They're not doing more, STEM jobs, more like construction, that kind of stuff, but they're still becoming more masculine, still making money, still, owning their own property, their own homes, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, why not make them, keep them allowed to vote?
Do you think that's productive?
Productive as in
that the balance is kind of tipping to the other side, that women are becoming more masculine and men are
productive in, like
becoming
America
more
building? No.
Yeah, in general. So why should we keep allowing the same thing that keeps?
Because I don't think women voting is what's being destructive with America. I think that's completely irrelevant because people overall are being manipulated, being, influenced by who to vote for. It's not just women, it's men also. The stuff you see on the advertisement, the stuff you see on TV, Donald Trump, all the hit they're trying to make on Donald Trump. This is being influenced between men and women. So women not being able to vote is not going to change what's going on in America. It's not going to change men becoming more masculine or becoming more feminine and women becoming more masculine. There's a lot of other stuff to change.
I see where you're going with this, Gerald. This is the thing, though. You're right. Men are becoming weaker. Men are becoming more feminine. The masculine man is almost extinct at this point. Like, it's very few. Like, it's so hard to find a truly masculine man to where we find each other. We're like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, where you been my whole life type. Like, you found a love, right? Because it's so. However, our biology is still the same. Our hardwiring is still the same. Even though our outside, right, the setting is different, we're still comprised of the same components deep within ourselves, right? So even though women do exercise more masculine characteristics, deep down within themselves, they can't handle masculine issues. They think they can, right? They associate masculinity with very specific things. I mean, she just proved my point without even knowing it. Anger, right? Lashing out. That's the emotions that they associate with masculinity. When, like I always say over and over again, a masculine man is a master of his emotions. You'll never hear a masculine man raise his voice, right? And the only time he raises his voice is to big up his brothers. When we're going to go to war, right? When we're about to fight a war, that's when we raise our voice. When we're in the gym, like, go, man, go hit that last set, baby. You got it, right? But we'll never raise our voice at our women. We'll never raise our voice at our children. You understand? So I feel you. Yeah, you're right. I always hold men 100% accountable for the destruction of mankind. Why? Because we're the ones who built the world as we know it. However, the true reason why women are stepping into this masculine role, right, is because a lot of us men don't know how to exercise sexual discipline. So we allow women to leverage sex, which is in your control. You guys leverage sex. That's the only thing that gives you power is today. Because back then, 500 years ago, 100 years ago, when everybody played their role, a woman's power was her willingness to submit to the right leader. That was her power, right? Because she could stop wars, start wars. She could influence her husband to such a level that a man would be using his woman's intuition as chessboard. He'll bring his wife with him for meetings, for business meetings with other powerful men, because while you're looking at him, she's looking at him too. She looks at the way that he looks at you. Yeah, baby, I don't like him. Why? Because every time you turn around, he like fiddled with this and this. And now you being a smart man, an intelligent man, you already know how you're going to move your other chess pieces. So I agree with you. Yeah. However, the reason why women aren't emotionally stable enough to vote is because even though they're exercising these masculine characteristics, they don't know how to handle them. They're not built to. They weren't hardwired to. Unlike us, same thing. We aren't hardwired to feel feminine characteristics. Why do you think all these young boys are killing each other? They're doing feminine shit. They're arguing over dumb shit that has nothing to do. They're screaming. They're shooting each other, killing each other because they don't know how to control their own emotions. You know?
All right, do me a favor real quick. Power up Jonathan real quick, man. His super chat. Put him on our screen real quick. Go ahead.
Jonathan said, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of USC QB Caleb Williams, crying on his mother's shoulder on national TV this past Saturday when his college football team lost against the Washington Huskies?
Start off with you over there. What do you think about that? This is a good topic.
I didn't see that, ladies and gentlemen.
The topic with men crying.
Crying and on a public fucking television channel on his mother's shoulder. What do you think about that? Let's simplify it since motherfuckers don't know what the fuck college football is and all that.
Yeah, I don't watch
Go ahead.
sports.
Yeah, it's definitely a bad look on him. For men overall, it's unprofessional, number one. Because you lost, you don't need to be crying on your mother's shoulder. But you get it's emotional, you know, their adrenaline's up, you know, they get upset. And maybe they'll tear a little bit, but full on crying, having a pissy fit, and, you know, running to your mother to cry on their shoulders. That's what I'm talking about with, you know, being more feminine. Honestly, being raised by single mothers at home, you know, they're going to run back to their mom when it goes and gets tough, go cry on their shoulder, tell them everything's okay. They can be all angry, not suck it up, and, you know, you took the loss, go back home, go back to the, you know, the field and practice. The mom's going to say, it's okay. The ref was cheating, or these guys did that. And, you know, it's someone else's fault. It's not your fault. So that's what I'm saying. It's a destruction with men, as far as, you know, becoming more feminine. So.
And that's a problem that needs to be handled.
Facts.
You know?
Okay. I have a question for you. Same question. What do you think about him crying on national TV in front, on his mother's shoulder?
No, he shouldn't have done that.
He shouldn't have done that?
No.
Okay. What about you, Brian?
I think Mr. Williams maybe got a little too emotional in that game. Even if it was, let's say, the Super Bowl of college football, maybe that might be an exception. But cry like a man, have one tear, you know, chin up. I wouldn't put my head on my mother's shoulder. You know, I think that was a little too much, and I think the Matrix got to him.
Okay. All right. What about you over here, Katie? What do you think about that?
I didn't see it, but maybe
None of us saw it. Just tell me what you think about the whole situation.
Wait till you get home to cry.
Okay. Wait till you get home to cry. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think he's too emotional, and these guys depend on their mothers, and yeah, it's just a whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I understand the level of investment that he must have made to get to that point and then lose the game. However, as a masculine representation, you know, people are looking up to you, right? You have kids looking at this game, and you're supposed to be this strong man that, you know, this kind of role model, right? So I don't think it's acceptable for you to show that level of weakness to other young kids that are also looking at the sport and then seeing, you know, possibly their superhero cry. I don't think that's the right way to go about things.
Damn.
Okay. What about you?
I think it's just not that deep. He shouldn't be crying. Chin up, get back into the game, do again. You'll be fine. Don't be a wuss.
What do you think?
I think he's a pansy. Don't show that's what I mean about men being emotional. Don't show your emotions in public. And like he said, if you're somebody that people look up to you, you got to show strength regardless of the situation. And maybe a lot of the times is lack of accountability. Maybe he's the one going into the locker room saying, oh, it was your fault, instead of saying, you know what, I'm accountable. I could have done better. I will do better. But showing that type of emotion is just a man being weak.
Okay. Let me ask you guys something as a panel, right? Completely all together here. Anybody can take this one. Why do you think he wasn't crying on his father's shoulder?
I was about to say that, bro. Like, I would have preferred him to cry on his father's shoulder.
Why do you think that is, guys?
I assume single mom.
Single mom. Okay, that's a good point. Anybody else?
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but possibly his father.
Single
must have
mom.
not
Okay.
been,
Single mom. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Anybody else?
No. So fathers usually teach you accountability. That's usually what
Okay.
dads do.
Bro, you better stop fucking crying, man.
Right,
You see
right.
all these people watching?
Yep. Yeah. Yo, listen. A father's gonna say, "Yo, you're embarrassing me."
Yeah.
A mother's gonna be like, "It's okay, baby." A father's gonna say, "Yo, you're embarrassing me right now."
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So with that being said, if mothers are raising these feminine, weak ass men, whose fucking fault is it?
The dads for not being there.
The dad's fault.
No.
Or potentially the mom for picking a shitty partner. I mean, it could go
I would say the women.
whatever.
Because she should be, if she's doing it on her own and she's a single woman, she should know that as a man, you need to raise them differently than you would raise a, little girl. But, if the father's not around, she has to kind of start taking that control and be like, hey, like, you need to get up on your feet. You're a man. Don't be a pansy. This and that.
Okay, I have a question for the panel, and I want you to raise your hand all the way up high. No gay shit over here talking about like this. So raise it all the way up high. Do you think that most men, most fathers, leave the relationship and leave their kids because they don't want to be fathers? Or do you think that they leave because the mothers are just unbearable and they're fucking wretched fucking devils?
Most of the time,
Okay. If it's the first one, raise your hand, please. All the way up high.
No.
You? Just you? Okay. If it's the second one, raise your hand. Okay, cool. So we all agree. Okay, so why do you think it's the first one?
Personal experience with what I.
Oh yeah. We just literally just said that we're not talking about personal experience
Okay,
here.
well,
Generally.
that was why my opinion was my opinion.
Amazing. Okay. Go ahead, bro. Why do you think it's the option number 2?
I think because, like you said, that a lot of men don't take certain roles they're supposed to take, like leaders, right? Not everybody's meant to be a leader. It takes hard work. So a lot of men are not okay with being fathers, so that's why they leave. It's horrible. It's weakness that a man shows when he doesn't step up to the role that he's supposed to play.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Let's say, do you have kids?
I don't.
You don't. Okay. Let's say you had a kid. Okay. Let's say you love your kid. You're a father, right? Because being a father is a beautiful thing. I'm a father, right? Let's say you love your kid, but the woman you had a kid with is unbearable. She's nagging all the time. She's speaking toxicity into the relationship. You're cheating on me. You're gonna cheat on me. You don't love me anymore. Blah blah blah. You know how the fucking women do it, right? And eventually you're just like, yo, I'm really fucking unhappy here. I'm dating Greta. I'm really fucking unhappy here. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I got kids. I want to be there for my fucking kids. I love my kids. I didn't have a father, so I want to be better than my father, but I don't want to be with her because she's fucking miserable.
Hey, fuck you, man.
That shit's common, bro.
So that the way I would attack it, obviously, I don't have a kid. I wouldn't know. But if I was in that situation, I would go to the mother. Listen, you love your kid, right? Yes. All right, cool. We're gonna do this for the sake of the kid because this is the thing, man.
That
I
sounds
grew
good,
up,
brother.
But look, I grew up seeing my grandparents. They're married for 52 years, staying together for the sake of children.
Okay, hold on real quick. But that key word, your grandparents,
That's
older generation. Not today's generation.
And I understand that, but this is why I say that things are caught, they're not taught. So people catch things, you can't teach things. So how do they catch things? By seeing it. So if they see their parents, you know what, we're going to stick together, work things out. For example, there's things that we have to both work on, and you know how we do it. Be like, hey, listen, this is a book that could help us out. We read together, we self-develop, and sometimes being in the position where the woman is the way that you described her, you should have knew that from the very beginning. See, as a man, you analyze the person you end up being with, so you don't ever be in that situation because you already knew who you got in with in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, agreed. Yeah. Okay. What about you? What do you think about that?
I agree.
You agree with him? Okay. What about you?
I mean, what he said, I think some men are clouded by the genes, right? So they look at a beautiful woman and there may be a lot of red flags, but just because they want to smash,
Red flag.
they'll completely ignore everything else and just get with her, especially the men that don't have experience. You know, they're quick to get with a woman, no matter how she treats them, no matter, you know, if she doesn't meet his standard in a more intellectual or competent level. But if she's beautiful and he sees that nice piece of ass, he's likely to be like, oh, you know, I'm going to be able to show her off to my boys. I'm going to be able to all these different things. So at the end of the day, man, once that person matures a little bit more, they end up finding out that his life is fucking miserable. And a lot of the times they end up actually want to change that. So I would say it's a lot better for you as a man to understand what your standards are, to have boundaries, and to say this is not acceptable. And if she doesn't like that, and also I'll add something else. I think a lot of men are afraid of the girl walking away, so they don't really say what they actually feel or what they actually experience. So they're afraid of them walking away, so they'll conceal their actual judgment, because if they say this, oh, she may leave, she may get worse, she may this, she may that. So they're in the woman's frame, right?
Why are they afraid?
Because there's a lot of reasons why they would be afraid. One of the main reasons is because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that they deserve better.
They lack options.
So they have this limiting belief that this is all they're worth, or maybe less, or she's out of my league and I have to be this guy to fulfill this gap. And that's just completely feminine bullshit.
Okay. I want to get your opinion on that right there. What do you think?
About the father wanting to be a father or not?
Yeah, well, see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a father, and when I tell you that I've seen, here's the funny part about fucking women, right? In this, I'm not talking about my personal experience because this didn't happen to me, but I've seen it happen to a lot of people, right? I'm not from here. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. So we lived like in a DC is not a state, but it's called a tri-state area. Virginia, Maryland, and DC, right? DC, the DMV is what it's called. And you know, growing up, I used to see a lot of women have kids with dudes, and it always shocked me how, like, the guy that wanted to be in the kid's life, wanted to be a father, the mom would use the kids as a pawn against him, right? Taking them to court, child support, visitation, right? All of that. And then the deadbeat dads, the drug dealers, they're in gangs, they're, you know, they're absent. I'm telling you, it's amazing. I was like, please come see your son. Please pick him up. It's like reverse psychology. It's like, bro, just don't give a fuck about your kids, and the mother of your kids is gonna love you, and she's gonna fucking beg you to see your kids. But if you want to be a father, get ready for child support. Get ready for, you know, because it almost becomes a thing of like, oh, but he's my son more than he is yours, or I had him, or she's my daughter, or it's just like you can see her on the weekends or every other weekend, and it's weird. So what I'm saying is, do men end up leaving because the women are unbearable, or is it because they just don't want to be dads?
A little bit of both, probably.
Can I add on to
Some
that?
women
Go ahead,
are.
please.
So I actually agree with you when it comes to the woman and the father, because in my situation, my mom was the problem and she used it against my dad, and he was the one that actually took care of us when we were young. But she started using stuff against him, got a divorce, put child support on him, and she's the one that ruined the whole family, and now means my siblings are not in touch because of her.
Right.
So in most cases, the women are the problem.
Yes, and that's what I was trying to get at, is that this is very common. That's very common. But the thing is, women don't typically acknowledge it until they're like 60, 70 years old.
Mm-hmm.
When they're like, you know what, I'm sorry, I should have done this better. Like, you fucked up your whole child's life. You fucked up your grandkids' life, because now your sons and daughters are fucked up. So that was my question to you. Do you think, and you're still not giving me a white or black answer. You're saying that, I guess it depends.
Well, I've seen some guys be really good dads and their mother's just a vicious bitch and wants to get everything out of them. And then I've seen some mothers that's just the opposite, you know? And
I like something that he said earlier. He said, I wouldn't take care of another man's kid, or anyone's kid. And I would say that most men don't want to take care of another man's kids. We just don't, bro. It's not in our biology. We're not. Well, that shit doesn't attract us.
It's a liability.
When I see that little kid, I see the dude that came inside you. You had his kid.
We don't gain from it at all.
That's your ex. That little kid I'm paying for, that's your ex. He's walking around. He's just a baby version of him. You know what I mean? And so, like, however, for me personally, as a father, when I had my kids, I wanted to do nothing but to take care of them. So I think most men actually do want to take care of their kids.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're allowed to, because number one, you got the mothers, then you got the system, then you got the grandmothers. Yeah. It's like, yo, you get to a point as a man where you're like, fuck this shit, bro. Yo, I'd rather just go my way and, you know, start a new life rather than having to go to court every single time. You don't, even when you get to see the kids, it's under certain stipulations, 2 hours a weekend, and you got to pay child support, and then the chick will go as far as maybe trying to ruin your relationship with the next woman.
Yeah. But playing devil's advocate, I think a real man, a masculine man, would still stay in the picture and still try his best to even be involved, even if it's once a month.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree. Yeah, but listen, a lot of men don't think like that.
Right.
You know, a lot of men don't think like that. So
that's why we're a dying breed, ladies.
Yeah. Shout out to the panel, man. We appreciate you guys. Okay, cool. Does anybody else want to chime in on that one? No?
I have a question actually for you.
What's up?
So you both have kids, right?
Yeah.
Now, are you guys still together with the mother of the kids?
No.
No. Okay. So in your case, for example, do you assess the type of men that come around your kid with?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. We have a golden rule. No one can come around my kids until they're talking for at least a year. Like, that's number one, because, you know, I've been to prison and I tell her, listen, I don't want to go back. So at least a year. And then after, even I would rather it be longer, but minimum at least a year, because, you know, I don't want anyone around my kids, because I take care of my kids. So I really take that seriously. But that's a good question.
And how would you handle it if, for example, she wasn't on the same page as you?
Well, then we'd have a big problem. Yeah. But luckily she loves my kids as much as I do. You know, so we don't argue when it comes to that.
Bring up Lord Peachy's chat real quick, you guys.
Lord Peachy, man, Hector looks like a G with the show. Okay, all right. You really stopped the show just to fucking do that. Okay. But yeah, we don't have a problem with that. We actually like. I like what you said earlier, where you said if you assess the woman, you know who you're having kids with. That's absolutely correct. Like, I think men should assess the women. But here's the thing: I dated her for 12 years, and it wasn't until we had my 8-year-old. She's 8 now. My 8-year-old. And that's when things started to kind of change. You know what I mean? And it doesn't happen like overnight. It happens gradually. And, you know, I got to the point where I'm just like, listen, man, like, I'm still going to do my thing as a father, but I don't want to be with you. You're miserable. You're miserable. You know, you get to the point as a man where, like, if you getting accused of cheating, like, I might as well just fucking do it. You know what I mean? I might as well just do it. Listen,
I agree, David Jones.
Yo, listen, if you're going to sit here and accuse a man of cheating, and bro, just go do it, bro. If I'm gonna go to prison for 5 years for a crime I didn't commit, I might as well have fucking done that crime. You know, that's just the way I think right there. Shout out to my man D Fritzl, man. Let's go ahead and power him up real quick.
D Fritzl said, if a man leaves, I don't necessarily blame the man. The father rarely gets to explain his side of the story. They always assume it's the father's fault.
That's true.
Let me be devil's advocate there.
I disagree.
Let me be devil's advocate there. The only reason why he cannot tell his story is because he left.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I disagree with
Mm-hmm.
that. Like, why did he leave?
Well,
Like, what reason as a father would you leave?
right. And listen, I could be a hurt little boy that never grew up with a father, but again, I'm the exception. Like, you know, I could have just been one of those emotional men, but obviously I'm not.
Oh, well, you have kids?
No,
You don't have
no.
kids.
But
Okay.
I grew up without a father, and
Gotcha.
you know, I never met him, so that's something.
I want to ask you a question about
Yeah.
that. How did that impact you, or how did it kind of change the course of your trajectory not having a father?
Oh, bro, it was you know, it was tough. You know, it's tough learning how to shape by yourself, learning about women by yourself. You know, learning where to put it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the easy part.
But you know, all jokes aside, you know, I depended on, you know, my grandparents. You know, my grandfather raised me. You know, and since he's a few generations older than me, he could only give me like that foundation. You know, because I believe Eric said that in the beginning. You know, like there's only so much they can do because that's just an older time, and that's why maybe I'm just a little bit more traditional and conventional.
So going back to my point earlier about that, sometimes we say, oh, you know, the past is the past, but there's certain things that you learned from that generation that you hold today.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
definitely.
that's why you are the way you
Yeah,
are.
I completely agree with you and what you said, man. That's definite. You just can't be hypnotized by all this bullshit that's around.
Yeah.
You know,
Traditional
especially, you know, I was raised by my grandfather, but like I was raised by all women, and unfortunately, they're all divorced. So I have a blueprint of like what not to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I love them to death. I will take a bullet for every single woman in my family, but unfortunately, they're all divorced and they're all lonely. They either have a kid or they either have a cat, and you know they're over 50, and it's unfortunate. Guess what? But I'm the son that's taking care of them. It's all right.
And where are you from?
I'm from Jersey, but I'm
Oh.
Peruvian and Costa Rican.
Okay, so grandparents are.
I'm sorry, I'm not Argentinian, Jess.
And the
okay, she's still
grandparents from
looking.
where?
Peru.
Okay, so
The
they have a
Peruvian.
lot of those.
Yeah, we're neighbors,
traditions and-
brother. We're
Yeah,
neighbors.
we are. We are.
Colombia.
Okay, makes a lot of sense, my brother.
Yeah, G.
Yeah. Okay, real quick. Let's bring up Lord Peachy's fucking super chat real quick. Go ahead, bro.
He said, look up the definition of reality, girls. Next to Bryant, name one female-dominated society that stood the test of time.
That's for her, I'm assuming, because there's
Yeah.
two women next to Brian, homie. But I'm
Are we playing? Are we smarter than a
Go
fifth
ahead.
grader
No,
again?
read
No,
that
so
one
he's
again.
basically asking you name one female-dominated society that stood the test of time.
I don't know.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter.
Rosa Parks, Hillary Rodham Clinton.
I'm sorry, name them again.
Rosa Parks, number one.
Okay, Rosa Parks.
Mhm.
Okay, hold on, she's got some good shit going on here. Let her cook. Rosa Parks,
And Hillary.
Hillary.
Yes.
Okay, Kim Kardashian,
No.
Wonder Woman too.
Wonder Woman.
I guess. Yeah.
Did you understand the question?
Cardi B.
Yeah,
That
did you
stood the
hear
test of time.
a society?
A society.
Yeah,
A woman
a
ran
matriarchy.
society.
So a matriarchy.
Yeah, like
You just said Hillary Clinton.
well,
What
I'm
society
saying
has she even led?
She's gonna be, she's gonna die a legend for sure.
What? Okay, you know what? We're
Moving on.
Yeah, we're gonna move on real quick. Okay, cool, ladies.
Rosa Parks.
This is a. What about Rosa Parks?
What society
You have
did she
something
lead?
about Rosa Parks that we should know?
She's a woman who made a impact in the culture.
That's not
No,
what
we
we
said.
said.
Stood
We
the
didn't
test of
ask that.
time. Oh, then I misunderstood the question.
A society-
Can you reiterate it for me?
But see, this is why you should not vote.
Can you reiterate the question for me?
This is why I should have voted.
Who's this cigarette smoking? It said, name one female-dominated society that stood the test of time.
One female-dominated society. So
Yeah.
not one female that dominated.
No. A
society.
society dominated by women that stood the test of time.
Okay.
A matriarchy.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Do you know
Do
what
you
a
know one?
matriarchy
Do you
is?
know one?
Do you know what a matriarchy is?
It's something that takes over over things.
So the reason why he's asking, right, is because we live in a patriarchy, right? A
Okay.
society ran by men,
Mhm.
right? So the reason why he's asking is to test your logic of
Oh.
why women should vote.
Okay. So
Do you
I
understand?
was one word off. I thought you were asking about a woman that did that. Stood the.
No.
You're asking about the whole thing in
Yeah.
general.
Let's look up matriarchy real quick. The definition for me, Steve, please.
That was
Yeah, I
a trick
got you, bro.
question. Thank
and
you.
then and then look up patriarchy as well.
That wasn't a trick question.
It wasn't.
Oh, she just misunderstood. It's all right, Jess.
You
Thank
asked
you.
to reiterate.
I'm
and
a
I just said
singer,
no trick.
I'm a pop star, not a doctor.
Yeah, you're a singer. You're not a reader.
Yeah.
You don't want kids,
I'm a
right?
pop star, not a doctor.
You don't
Shout
want
out to
kids, right,
Drake.
Jess, you want kids?
Matriarchy, noun, a system of society or government ruled by a woman or women. A form of social organization in which descent.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna do.
In which
patriarchal.
descent and relationship are reckoned through the female line.
All right, patriarchy.
A system of society or government in which the father or eldest male is head of the family and descent is traced through the male line. A system of society or government in which men hold power and women are largely excluded from it.
Okay, cool. You know, speaking of, let's go ahead and ask another question. Shout out to the chat too, man. Make sure you guys like the video. I'll start off with you. Actually, you know what? Let's ask the ladies, okay? If men wanted to take away all your rights right now, today, this very moment, we wanted to take away all your rights, what would you and all the other women out here be able to do to stop us?
Well, in that case, the only thing that we can do, which is unite together.
Okay,
to hold our rights.
unite, and do what? Like fight us, fist fight us? What are you gonna do?
I mean, it depends. We have laws.
Okay.
We're not in.
Yeah, but
times.
we're
We've
trying
evolved.
to take your rights away, so the laws don't apply to you right now. Like, we're trying to take your rights away. So what would you and all the other women be able to do?
So you're saying like you try to like kill us to get our
Not
rights?
kill you.
No,
I'm
I'm
just
just
saying,
asking. That's
let's
how
just
you're
say
making it sound.
listen. We just said we're gonna take all your rights away. Go back to the kitchen, right?
How are you gonna do it?
And then all the women are like, no, let's get together and march.
How are you gonna do
Right?
it?
Hold on. Well, first of all, that's easy to do. But I'm asking you, what would you do?
But I'm asking you how, because I
we
have
would
to
just fucking do it. We would just take away your
But-
rights.
but
You
I-
wouldn't be able to fucking drive. You wouldn't be able to
But
fucking.
how are
vote.
you gonna do it? Because you're not answering my question.
Well,
how?
we
By physical force.
No, by physical force.
By physical
Well,
force.
okay, so my question to you is, how would you be able to stop us?
By fighting right back.
You'd fight us right
Of
back.
course.
Okay.
Dang, you got hands?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
hands.
shit.
You Greta, you can't you don't really think that you can beat a man, do you?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
But I would defend myself and try my best.
Do you think you would have a chance?
Maybe.
From 1 to 10. 1 being 0 chance, 10 being your, Wonder Woman.
5.
5, yeah, no, more like a 1.
No.
Yeah,
you
zero
have a
chance.
50% chance of beating Brian in a fist fight.
I don't know. Brian doesn't know how to
You
duck.
just said
I
5.
don't know how to
Greta,
fight.
Ms. Greta, you don't have a 50% chance of beating a 13-year-old boy in a fist fight.
Okay.
Damn.
That's the fact.
It's a fact.
That's
Yeah,
facts.
it is. I mean,
Okay.
an athletic 13, 14-year-old boy would
mop you.
Yeah.
Mop is crazy.
You're right.
I mean, they did a test. They had I don't know if you could bring it up, Steve, when high school students went against the female soccer team.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
destroyed
destroyed.
them.
Yeah, it was a national
Yeah.
soccer team
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
a high school.
Yeah.
soccer
Yeah.
team.
So
Like, these are professional women.
so the women's national team said,
Mhm.
we want to face the man.
And
We wanna
they're world
face the man."
champions, by the
yes,
way.
world champ,
They're world
world champ
champions.
women's team
Mhm.
called out the men's world champs and said,
Okay.
we want to take you. The guys were like, haha, whatever. And then so they went and played 15-year-old high school teams that got fucking demolished. These are kids you're talking
I
about.
think they
right?
had
That's a
they
chance
did like
I guess
a
you gotta
mercy rule or
take.
something.
An international football team beaten by 15-year-olds. Australia's women's football team are ranked 5th best best side in world football. So how did they lose 7-0 to a collection of 15-year-old boys?
Oh, that was older, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you can
damn.
bring up maybe the YouTube video.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
you
see
can
if I
bring up
find
the
it.
video. Okay, so real quick, so you would just fight back.
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, if I lose, I lose, but I would fight back.
Okay, that's honorable.
That's honorable.
Okay,
yeah.
that's honorable.
Especially if you have kids.
Okay.
Good for you.
course.
Okay, cool. What about you? What would you do? What would you and the other women do?
Nothing. I would just lay in bed and watch the Kardashians for sure.
Okay, shout out to you.
Yeah. Love Kim.
Okay,
Love Kim.
Netflix and chill.
What would you do?
Sure. I'll do the same thing as Katie.
Season 4 is out.
Just lay down
Sure.
and take it, right?
Sure. Yeah. I
okay.
mean, they're going to get you either way. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right,
Lay
cool.
down and take it is wild.
Lay
You
down.
might
and
as
take
well,
it.
you
That's
know,
wild.
because
Lay
you can't
down and
fight
take
back.
it.
You're going to fight to your death. You're going to fight to your death. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
You're gonna.
Wow.
you- okay. What about you? What would you do?
I would lay back, relax, and let the men lead the way
That's a
because that's
shocker.
what they're supposed to be doing. Women are supposed to be more submissive, stay back. What the fuck are women supposed to do? Fight? We're not fucking men. I mean, unless nowadays you never know, but you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, listen. Even if he looks like uncomfortable, but I want to get to you after this.
All right, I got the video up.
Even if hold the video. Even if you fought, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because I don't think women should be able to vote and stupid shit like that. I don't even think women should be able to fucking drive, to be honest. Most of the accidents are fucking created by women. Okay, this is facts. Okay, so men would literally have to come to your defense to fight the men that are trying to take your rights away. You guys wouldn't be able to do shit.
Okay.
And you run out of breath after 10 seconds. Come on, man. You ain't fighting nobody.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I agree. I would say the woman needs to go find the strongest man to go hide behind.
Word.
Yeah, 100%, man. We're going to get to that video real quick, man. Let's go. GK Rock, let's put him up on the screen real quick, man. Shout out to him.
GK Rock said, ladies, if you were offered a job as a plant operator at a chemical plant that paid 6 figures, you would take the job offer.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. Okay, let's pull up the video real quick and let's watch it. Fair use, man, on this. This is the women's national team.
Yeah,
Look, bro, these are kids. These are fucking kids. Look at this shit. Playing around with them too, toying with them.
God damn.
Look, toying with them. Wow.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
These are little kids, bro. Look at that. Just playing around with them. They're not even trying. They're like 20% trying.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Look at that.
Wow.
Bro, he's not even trying, bro.
Yo, he didn't even go to
It's too easy, bro. Look
It's
at
too
this. Fair
easy.
use on this, man. Fair use.
Right,
Look at this, man. Yo, look at this. That's crazy.
Too easy.
Bro, they're toying around with them.
Yeah. It goes to show you, you know.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, we had an argument 2 days ago, I think, if I'm not mistaken, where women were coming on here saying women can do anything men can do. And I said, okay, cool, you can try. But like realistically, you don't even want to. You don't want to build the skyscrapers. Just like I would argue that men don't really want to like be daycare workers.
I don't want to be in no fucking nursery.
Why would you? And first of all, would you trust your kids?
Hell no.
Pretend you go to a daycare, you're just gonna
Hell
look around,
no.
right? And all you see is dudes.
No.
What do you mean? Why not?
But
Why
no.
not?
What do you mean? Why
But
not?
men are better at raising their kids, right?
At raising their own children.
Yeah, their
At
own
raising their
kids.
own children, not other people's
Really?
children.
But what do you mean? That
That'd
makes
just
you
be
that
weird.
makes you capable.
Nah,
of
you gotta
raising
understand
kids.
the argument that you're trying to make is really stupid.
It's not.
What do you mean, man? Yo, didn't I just say that men are disgusted by other men's kids?
Mhm.
Like I've dated single mothers where I'm like, fuck, I want to fuck this bitch, but
Right.
I gotta get through this little dude. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
sometimes you gotta get through that little dude.
Right.
You know, and sometimes you do. You give him a lollipop, go away. You know what I mean? But it's just like
Okay.
Play fetch.
go play the Xbox.
I understand, but if they're better at taking care of
Their own
One
children.
second, because if they're better at taking care of their own, why would they not be better at taking care of others?
Okay, listen to this. If my son fell off a chair, I'm gonna tell him to get the fuck up, get back on the chair.
Okay.
Now, if we're at a nursery and I'm taking care of multiple kids and they fall off the chair, I'm like, yo, get the fuck up. As a parent, you're gonna be mad at me. You're gonna be like, why the fuck do you just let my child fall and you're not helping him up?
You're not being
Are
realistic.
you okay?
You're
That's
not being
realistic.
realistic.
That's
It's a job.
realistic.
It's a job. You're not gonna do that at a job.
This is the thing, Greta. Men are the way that men are hardwired. We're not hardwired to tolerate
It's
the cries
Greta.
of
Greta.
Miss. The way that men are hardwired, we're not hardwired to tolerate the cries of a child, our own children, let alone the cries of other children. It's just the fact that statistically children are better off with their father rather than their mother. The majority of prisons are filled with men, right?
Right.
In the majority of those men prisons, the industrial prison complex, the majority of those men come from single parent homes. The majority of those single parent homes were run by a woman, by their mother, right? Our testosterone even drops the more we're associating with our own children, let alone other people's children. It's our smell, their smell.
We start lactating.
Yeah. So even when for example, let's say a woman, let's say we hear our child cry, it angers us because we get into protective mode, right? We start to look for who the issue is. What's the issue, right? Versus a mother, when she hears the cries of a child, she gets into nursing mode, right?
Right.
It's nursing them, nurturing them back to whatever,
Right.
versus us men, we don't have that.
Right.
Our testosterone drops. We have to. Our testosterone has
She's
to
very
drop.
condescending, bro. She doesn't give a fuck
She
about
is.
nothing that you're
I
saying.
know. I'm listening. No, I'm not condescending. I'm listening to what you're saying.
Speak it to the mic, please.
Yeah, I'm listening to what you're saying. You're saying all of this that you just said right now. Earlier, you said that men are better at taking care of their own kids. Fine, let's go back to that argument. So now you're saying that you can't even stand the cries of your own child. So how are men statistically better equipped to take care of their? No.
I never said better. I never said better equipped. Yeah, I never said better
No,
equipped.
I'm asking a question.
I never said better equipped. I said, first of all, I asked you a question.
Mhm.
I said, who do you think would make a better parent, the mother or the father? Right.
Right.
My point in asking you that is because statistically, the majority of criminals, runaway children, people who self-delete themselves come from a single mother home.
Okay.
Right. So the numbers speak for themselves. Right. Even though we're hardwired as men, we're not built to tolerate the cries of our children. We still do it, and we still do a better job at raising our children alone in comparison to our female counterparts.
Okay.
You're trying to nitpick.
I'm not nitpicking.
And you're failing.
No, I'm not. I'm asking questions.
So what's your ultimate point?
She thinks she caught you.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. Shout out to Brian, man, because Brian said that one. You think you got me?
but you know what? Just to be devil's advocate, listen. I think a woman and or a man has the capabilities of doing it. Just women are better at raising a child than men.
Yeah. I mean, listen, man. I can already tell. Greta, is it Greta?
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna leave here not learning anything. I can tell. You're 37 years old. You have 2 kids. One's out the way, but the other one's still there. You can't have any more kids.
Yeah.
Do you have any pets?
No, not yet. I'm about to get one.
Exactly.
Yo, he said not yet.
Yeah, you're gonna get a few more after that one too, because
No.
I need to invest in dog food.
It's for my son. It's not for me.
Yeah, but eventually when your son leaves, it's gonna be for you, because no man's gonna want you. You're very argumentative. You're actually very masculine too. And you don't have much going for yourself. You're about to hit 40 years old.
Yeah.
30's bad. 40's really bad.
I don't have anything going for myself as far as
What do you have going for yourself? A good job? Do you think when men are dating you, do you think they're attracted to your good job? Do you think they're attracted to the fact that you make good money? Because women are actually victims of their own success.
Okay.
How much do you make ballpark? 100K? 150?
No,
200K?
No, below 80K.
80K? Okay, cool. So would you date a guy that's making 50K?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you'd be okay paying for everything though?
Yeah.
Bro, it doesn't make fucking sense. But this is exactly why women like you come on here and say, I'm okay with paying for everything, but then you sit here and say there's no real men out here.
I didn't say that. I never said that.
You got 2 divorces though.
But I never said that.
Give me the honest, unfiltered truth. What was the reason for the divorce?
The first one was because we got together super young and
that sounds lame to me. What was the real reason?
Like ultimately why?
Yes. What was the real reason?
He cheated on me.
He cheated on you. Okay. The second one, what was the reason?
He hit me.
Oh God.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't say shit.
Okay, so you make 80K, right, miss?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do for a living? You said.
I run a customer service department for a fintech company.
Okay. Now let me ask you, how tall are you?
5'2".
5'2". How much do you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
177.
177. Can you bring up the BMI, please? 177. What's your dress size?
I don't know. It's like 10 to 12.
10 to 12. Bring up the BMI for me real quick.
I got you. One moment,
Steve.
Yep.
80K. You said customer service. You run the customer service department of
a fintech company for a credit card company.
For a credit card company. Oh, so you deal with credit?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's a BMI chart here.
No, not the go to the actual BMI.com.
Oh, I got you. 1 second.
So while he's doing that,
yeah.
And shout out to Brian because he's a personal trainer here, so I think he'll help you out after the show. Yeah,
I got you, girl. I'll give you my card.
And the reason why I bring this
they
up,
call me the booty doctor. I'll build the booty. I'll throw a booty in there as well.
The reason why I bring this up, Greta, is because this is why you're willing to pay for everything. So you're 5'1", you said, right? 5'2", 5'3".
Oh, she added.
No, it's 5'3".
It started at 5'2".
And
She grew,
177.
Yeah, she grew.
And before you press compute, what would you rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You can't use 7, 1 being hideous, 10 being a supermodel status.
Majority of women are 5s to help you a little.
Yeah, 5.
5 average. Okay, cool. Compute that BMI for me, brother, please. 31.4.
Damn.
Now this is accurate, right? So you're in the obesity section of the BMI.
Yeah.
That's why you'd be willing to pay, because a
No.
woman 5'2" weighing go back to the BMI.
That's not true. This has been always. I've always been
5'2",
like this. Not
put
just now.
5'2", and I think for a woman 5'3", I mean, my bad, 5'3".
Mhm.
For a woman 5'3", I think her BMI should be put 110 pounds. I think, if I'm not mistaken. 110, 19, normal weight.
She thick.
Yeah,
That's it.
normal
She
weight.
thick.
110. So
She likes
so a woman 37, 5'3", 110, making 80K would never take care of a man.
Did you see her boobs?
I can guarantee you
You're
that.
not. You're
Thank
not.
you.
You're not.
They
I'm not
probably-
speaking on
That
now.
don't mean
though.
nothing.
This has nothing to
They're
do with
they're
now.
amazing and they
This
weigh
is who I've
probably
always been.
And I'm not picking on you,
No,
Greta. I'm just,
no. I get
you know,
it. But this is who I've always been when I was like 117 or however when I was skinny. It's just who I am. I know that it's probably not the norm, but it's who I've always been, and I can only speak my truth.
But don't you think you would attract a higher value of men
When?
if you were a lower weight or lower BMI?
Maybe. Yeah.
No, you would.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you would. Objectively, you
So
would.
I got a question to ask. For the ladies on the panel, who would you guys say is a positive female role model for women in America today? If there are any, do you think there are any? If you think there are any, who would you say is a positive role model for women?
It's a good question.
Good question, man.
I like
I have to
that.
think about that one.
Well,
Still Oprah Winfrey. Still.
I say Cardi B.
Oh no.
Okay, let's go around the table on this
Red
one.
flag.
You know what?
Well, there really
We'll
is a
start off
girl
with
I'm
you.
thinking of. I cannot think of
You
her
know what's
name.
beautiful
She-
about this question? That if there was any good one, if there was so many, that it'd be so easy to at least name one, right? Can you give me one?
I'm trying to think of her name. She does a bunch of speeches at colleges.
Uh-huh.
She's a real popular on TikTok now.
Is she black?
Yes.
Okay,
Candace Owens.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Candace Owens.
I've been liking her videos.
Candace Owens is literally the one person I would say. Okay, what about you?
I don't know. I can't think of someone right
You can't think of any. What about you?
I mean, I think Oprah's still the number one.
I agree with Cardi B though.
Oh, how is? I don't know
Let
much
me just
about.
throw that
I
in
don't.
there.
You agree with Cardi B?
Oh, he said it, and I thought. I'm just joking.
Who watches Oprah?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, what is Oprah?
Nobody,
do?
but
What
I-
is,
I-
what is
Oprah married?
What is Oprah? No, she's oh, you know what? She might be because she has like some weird simp kid.
She definitely wears the pants though.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, she's a billionaire. That's also hypergamy, bro. What about? So, give me one. What does Oprah do?
She's just a great leader, and
What does she lead?
she leads a lot of things.
Like
She's helped
lie?
with Hawaii, the whole thing.
She's
happened
she's
in
helping Hawaii. You might want to watch
She's-
her words on that.
Oh,
you
honey,
might want to
she's
watch her
not
words.
helping Hawaii.
Yeah, you
At
might
all.
you might
She's
want to watch.
profiting off
No,
Hawaii. She's
yeah,
not helping
and
them.
she's a billionaire. She
Yeah.
has money. She's not doing shit with
Yeah,
it.
her and The Rock did a fucking video asking for money.
Yeah.
You're fucking billionaires, multi-millionaires. It's crazy. The rich asking the poor for money, and it's crazy because their properties were the only ones untouched
Mm-hmm.
in Hawaii. Okay, what does she lead? What does Oprah lead?
The matriarchy
Yeah.
that you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very true.
Okay, amazing. Okay, what about you? One female role model.
So to be honest, there are like literally none, but closest I would say is Candace.
Okay. Yeah.
Closest.
Respectable.
Kim
Yeah,
Kardashian's a
Beyonce.
good one too.
Kim Kardashian. Who said Kim Kardashian?
Me.
Okay, yeah.
Of course.
Okay, how does Kim Kardashian help the young ladies in society?
Mm,
I mean, she has a
I wouldn't
sex
say
tape out
ladies.
there.
I'm just saying.
Well,
Like,
we're talking about
now she's progressed as a woman so much. I would like to think.
Do you
I mean,
think?
she's
Do you think people will
successful,
ever
something to look
forget
up
the fact
to.
that she has a sex tape out there?
No.
So how does that make her a good example for young women in America
I mean,
today?
Can nobody look past anything? Goddamn.
It's a sex
Like,
tape. She was.
It wasn't a sex tape. Her and someone. I mean, okay.
She was getting
but
porn.
let me
It
say
wasn't a
this. Let
sex
me
tape.
say this.
She was getting
like,
fucked. She was getting grailed.
yeah, but that wasn't supposed to be a sex tape
wasn't
on the
supposed to
internet.
happen.
You know, it wasn't supposed to be
It
published.
was a,
Hold on.
They came out. They
Yo.
came out with proof that
She did release it.
they came out with proof that her mom, her and
Ray
Ray J
J.
conspired to release the tape.
And
Yeah.
that's how she
Yo,
got
listen,
it.
I've
listen.
never seen
This
that,
is
so
this
I don't
is
know.
this
I've never
is
seen the
yo,
tape
listen.
either, but I'm talking
Women
about
women
the-
No,
come
I'm
on this
saying
show. Yo, listen. Women come on this show and argue for shit that they don't even know about.
Mm-hmm.
The mother, Kris,
Because feelings
what's
are
her name?
important, bro.
Kris
Feelings.
Jenner.
Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner.
Kris
yeah.
Jenner literally went and said, "I think this sex tape is the best one,"
Mhm.
which means that there were multiple sex tapes. So it wasn't like, oh, it wasn't supposed to happen. No, this was planned.
Let's release the one
I
of
love
my
her.
daughter performing fellatio on Ray J. That's the one.
Yeah,
That's the one we're gonna release.
because if I'm not mistaken, didn't Paris Hilton come out with one first?
Yeah.
Right, and then
Love her too.
they saw how she blew up, and they were like, oh, you know what? This is the next
It's
thing.
exposure.
It's
That's all
exposure.
they're doing.
All
It's
exposure
They
is
saw
the
Paris Hilton do it, and they said, you know what? We could do this.
The original OnlyFans.
That's crazy,
It's the
man.
devil's fucking work.
Okay, cool. So,
Absolutely.
so any other ways that you think Kim Kardashian helps the youth?
You were
today?
trolling, right?
Me?
No, I was talking to her.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was
Some,
gonna
Yeah,
say
so
no.
I'm literally just trolling, but
okay.
the
Okay, cool.
Cardi B, the Kim K.
That was a really good question, brother. That was a really good. Matter of fact, anybody else have a question for the panel? Anybody else?
You know what? I have a question.
What's up?
Can men and women be friends?
Good question. Okay, we'll go around the table on this one. Can men and women be friends?
Yeah, I think they could be friends, of
Okay.
course.
Okay. What about you?
Yes.
Okay. What about you?
No.
No. What about you?
I think so, but they never want to be.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
you're smart, Jess.
Yeah.
So smart.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, he
Thank you.
might take you out tonight just for the night. Okay. What about you?
He's
Mm,
entangled.
no.
No, they can't. That's the smartest thing you've said all night. Shout out to you.
God.
What about you?
No.
No. What about you?
Not happening.
What about you?
I say yes.
You say yes. Why? Why yes?
Excuse me. At first, I would say no. You know, back in my RP days when it's like men strictly want women for sex. They don't want to be friends. They don't want to hear your problems and things like that. After working with Michael Sartain, I work for his Men of Action team. I follow him. I respect him a lot. He did talk big about becoming friends with women. Like, you don't have to have. If you are having an abundant mindset, if you get a lot of women, then you can befriend other women without having that craving to have to fuck them. Maybe you might want to, but you can be friends with them. You can work with them. You can use the power of a woman to get access to different places, get leverage and things like that. And, genuinely be friends with them. That doesn't mean you have to sit there for hours on the phone, talk to them and hear about their problems, their guy problems. But you can be friends. You can go out, invite them out to a party or event and things like that and be cordial. And then you guys use each other's resources. Use his status as a man to, have big events, have that masculine figure, and use her as a woman to attract more other guys, that are high status to build more connection. So, shout out to Michael Sartain for that. I follow him a lot with that. So in that aspect, yes, men and women can be friends. Now, is it common? No, because most guys are going to simp and they're eventually going to want to have sex with the girl and fuck it all up. But in that, in the sense of the question, yeah.
I'm glad you clarified that because it's very important.
Yeah.
It's very important you speaking that information because you're right. You can use that. You can't leverage a woman's beauty. Women have been weaponized. Their beauty has been weaponized for years now. However, it takes a specific caliber of man to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you clarified on that.
At the end, he was like, yo, but it's not common. I'm glad you said
it
that.
isn't.
Who else said, you said no, you said no, you said yes. Why'd you say yes?
Well, kind of piggybacking off of him, I think at the end of the day, women do bring some sort of value to the table, and also having certain conversations with women give you an insight of what you want and what you don't want. And like I said, a high value, high standard man is not going to compromise a friendship for sex. Okay, that's an intelligent man.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that women bring a certain value. At the end of the day, the man is going to make the decision, taking a woman's opinion as consideration.
Okay.
I specifically asked that just because I think men and women can be acquainted. There's a difference.
Glad you said that. I'm glad you
And
said
I was
There's
going to
a
get to that
difference,
too.
and they cannot be friends.
Yeah, I was going to get to
because
that
at the end of the day, if there was friendship there and she gets into problems and I'm her responsibility as a man, I'm gonna have to defend her, and she's not even my girlfriend.
Yeah, and
so that's a liability.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna get to. I was gonna let them all finish because I think for the most part they were all gonna say the same thing. But I wouldn't technically consider that a friend. What you described, I would consider that more
As
like
an
a business
acquaintance.
partner.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's-
yo,
they're your
listen,
associates.
we'll make some money together, we'll make some moves together.
Yeah.
But that's where we end it all.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
consider it a pawn on my chessboard.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
I think what Brian meant was more like a friend, like, oh, let's go hang out just for no fucking reason.
Mhm,
Let's go
mhm.
play chess. Let's go fucking shoot pool.
Oh, then that's no.
You know what I mean?
No.
You're gonna hang out with your boys.
yeah,
You're gonna
but
do that.
I don't really do that with my
Because
guy friends.
when we
go
talk
out with a purpose,
Yeah, but when we talk about questions like that, we're speaking in general. Most guys out there, in general, they're not using women to get access to more men to do business with. They're just trying to be
Use
friends
them.
to wait around until she becomes desperate enough to have sex with them.
They'll be friend zone, and then next thing you know, she'll come home and the dick's on the table.
Yeah.
You know.
I have a question.
What's
for
up,
the
brother?
girls. So, did you guys understand why he asked you if men wanted to take away your rights, right, or wanted to take away your ability to vote or whatever it is, what would you do? And then they showed you that video of the soccer team, beating the women's national champion soccer team. Do you guys understand why they asked you those questions and why they showed you that?
Yeah, they want to prove to us that they're better than us, and that's it.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
They want to prove to us that you're better than us.
I don't have to prove anything. It just is.
Yeah, exactly. So you have nothing to prove. So.
No, Jessica, it's not about that men are better than us, better than women. It's just the fact that men are better at certain things and women are better at certain things. But for some reason, the roles have been reversed. And a lot of women are trying to be men, and a lot of men are trying to be women.
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about like the Transformers. I'm talking about like in general, like heterosexual couples. Like the woman is exercising characteristics that are typically exercised by men, and vice versa. Men are exercising characteristics that are typically exercised by
and
women.
Transformers too. Like
No, that we're not talking about them. We're talking about
sexual changes. It's a really
no. We're not talking about that. We're talking about male men that were born men, and then female women that were born women. Like reality, the truth, not delusion and fantasy. And I feel like I'm this, and I feel like I'm that. No, we're talking about men and women. The roles have been reversed. It's not that men are better than women or women are better than men. It's just men are better at specific things, very specific things, and women are better at very specific things. But we ignored that now. It's 2023. There's masculine women, and then there's feminine men out there.
So real quick, I just want to.
You want to get? I'll let them get the answer. Before we let them get the answer, I think, listen. Shout out to my boy right here, but I think men are. We could, bro. Listen, what's his name or her name? Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner was a better woman than all of you guys. He was only a woman for like 3 months.
Damn.
I think if men could give birth, we'd do that shit better than you guys too. Like I honestly think anything a man really set his mind to, he could beat you at. Like you guys aren't really that smart, if I'm being totally honest. So yeah, let's go ahead and get your answers. Go ahead. I lost you. Okay, shout out to you. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So the question is, do you girls understand why the question was asked? Like, what would you do if a man wanted to take away all your rights? And then they showed you the clip of the soccer game. Did you girls understand why they were showing you that?
Understand why they were showing
She already answered, but
showing the differences in biology between a woman and a man.
Yeah, so the reason why it's important for all of you girls to understand is because essentially what they're doing is helping you guys out. They're helping you understand what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. Like Hector said, it's not necessarily better or worse. However, it's if we can work together, man can do their part and women can do their part, we'd be better than competing with each other at what we're good at, right? I'm not gonna compete with a woman at cooking, whatever, raising my child in regards to like nursing them and nurturing them. And if somebody walked in here right now, right, that was a threat, I don't want the women to try to stand up and fight them. Like I would rather step up to the plate and say, okay, the men are gonna get together and we're gonna fuck these motherfuckers up. So at the end of the day, we have to respect that. And I think that you guys, well, the girls that didn't agree is because you guys are in your feelings and you're trying to protect some kind of ego that is not necessarily serving you.
Wait, Jose, why can't the women get up and protect themselves?
Because they don't know how to fight.
They got no hands.
You took self-defense classes, man.
You know how
You wanna
I
try?
see it?
Would you try? Would you really?
Put them up. Yeah, I'm ready to fight
Princess
right now.
arms.
Let's go.
Mm.
I'm gonna fight a man right now. Let's go.
How much do you weigh soaking wet?
I don't know. 125.
And you're what, like 4'11"?
Steroids last year, but I got off of them.
Oh, period.
Yeah, I was pissed off all the time.
How much do you weigh?
I don't know. Maybe 135 with muscle.
135.
You're in good shape.
Thank
for
you. Thank you.
Yeah, we're getting away from a 135, bro. You'd be pushed away.
Yeah, but it's all about.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Do you know how to fight or not? Like, if I know how to fight
Bro,
better than you,
There's weight classes for.
What are you gonna do against a guy that's 185?
I would bob and weave, bob and weave, bob and weave. That's it.
Miss
You know what,
Jessica,
man?
Miss Jessica, you
Or
know,
just knock you out with one punch.
Miss
So we won't have to worry
Jessica,
about
Miss
it.
Jessica, you know that a man 135 can literally grab you by the hair and change your face for the rest of your life. Like, well, you can't stand. There's 30 pounds. There's
Okay,
30
I'm
more
kidding. I
pounds.
don't want to really do that because I'm a lover, not a fighter.
There's
But
30 more pounds of pressure in a man's grip compared to a woman. Like, it's just our bone density is bigger, our veins are thicker. You know, we inhale more oxygen each breath than women
do you know
can.
how to fight though?
Miss Jessica, you're cute.
I mean, it's boxing. You know, it's like technique.
Imagine men fighting for stupid shit like that.
Lord have mercy.
Just
I
imagine.
wouldn't want to fuck up my pretty face for anything, but I'm just saying, if you're a better fighter, technique, you could be out with one punch.
So, Jess, what you're saying is, if there's an intruder coming in, we're
Right,
gonna just take a
that's it.
vote, guys. Who boxes here?
I take boxing
No.
classes.
Before us guys just stand up. That's what you're saying, Jess.
What?
Did you miss the soccer game?
Just boxing is different. It's technique.
Right, but what I'm saying, Jess, is that
Like
if there's
Mayweather,
if there's
like,
I
it's
understand
there's
Mayweather,
different
Pacquiao. Yeah, I
levels.
get it. So if an intruder comes in,
Lightweights.
are we going to?
Even men don't fight different weights. You know, they fight in their weight level.
Jess, I'm speaking to you.
Okay.
So, are we going to be voting who boxes, who doesn't box before we get up and defend this studio? If an intruder comes in, or are you expecting the guys to just stand up and just cover your asses?
Oh no, I don't expect that at all. No,
I
I'm
do.
defending myself to
Hold
the
on.
death.
Listen, you said something very.
But at the end of the day, a guy is gonna take me down if he really wants to. If he really, really wants to, he's going to.
But I'd say that a
I do it,
15-year-old
yeah,
could
that's
come in
true.
here and take you down, even with your boxing skills.
Jeez.
I mean, she dates younger guys, so maybe she wants
Yeah,
that.
a 15-year-old can come in. Listen, you said something. You just said something that even men don't fight outside their weight class.
Mhm.
Do you know why that is?
Because it wouldn't be fair.
It wouldn't be fair. But even a guy the same height and same weight as you, that wouldn't be fair. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Why wouldn't it be fair?
I mean, it just depends on how the angry I am.
No, you just got to bob and weave. That's what
Bob
you
and
gotta do.
weave.
Yeah.
Bob and
I know what you're
weave.
saying,
It's
Jess.
technique.
Robin, what happens when he just grabs you and
Sometimes
throws
you
you to
can't
the
even
ground?
Yo,
have
listen,
an
listen. I
educated
have
conversation.
an 8-year. Yeah, it's retarded. I have an 8-year-old daughter and I have a 4-year-old son. I would say that in about a year and a half, he'll take my daughter down easily.
Bro, my son is 1.5 and he's already overpowering his 4-year-old sister.
Easily.
Like, easy, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I see them and he just like he just pulls her
Yeah.
like from his shirt.
Yeah,
yo.
yeah.
It's
And
crazy.
you like
yo,
that, don't
listen,
you?
That's not how it works.
What'd you say?
So he likes that.
Not
You
when
like
they're
the
small.
fact that he can do that.
No, I don't. I mean, of course, I correct them. I'm just saying
Maybe
that.
teach your daughter how
it
to be a little
changes.
stronger.
No, my daughter's being taught to be
When
a
she
feminine.
is,
My
when
daughter's
she
being
is
taught to be
stronger.
feminine.
Well,
no.
when somebody comes against you,
No,
like her,
because
like when he hit you,
no.
what did you do when your
No.
husband hit you? What did you do?
What did I do? I called the police.
Hold on. Translation. She called another man
to help
No,
her.
it
To help her.
It's not just men in the police.
So you're
department.
Oh my
so you're telling
fucking
me
God,
a woman came
bro.
through? A woman came.
First
Hold on.
responder.
When you called, you wanted a woman or did you want a man
She
to come?
requested a woman. I think she
Did you
requested-
want a woman or did you want a man when you called the police?
I wanted the police.
Okay, so when the woman comes and your husband is so mad and still and smacks her, so what's gonna happen now?
I don't know.
Call another one.
You know what
That's
I
not
realized,
fucking
you guys. You
logic.
know what I realized when a woman like jumps into the different age bracket, like past 35, and they have 2 kids, 3 kids, or no kids, the delusion just becomes that more stronger.
Yeah.
No,
You
it's
know,
not,
everything is
I told you I was
everything is
delusional.
excused.
It's not delusion.
It
It's
is
not
delusion.
It's one,
Yes, it
no,
is.
you're wanting certain answers.
Yeah.
No, we don't
Yes,
care.
yeah.
No, we want truthful
No,
answers,
no, you
objective
don't.
answers.
No. Let's get
Because
real.
let's be let's get real. If you were actually in danger, would you prefer a female cop to come and save you or a male cop to come and save you? Let's be honest.
What is the difference here?
What is the difference? The difference is that a man can actually pick you up at 177 pounds and take you to safety versus a woman who probably weighs less than you, 155, who can barely pick up her own weight, won't be able to drag you to safety. That's the difference.
That's not what we're discussing.
That is what we're discussing here. You just said, Miss Greta, you just said when you had the domestic violence issue with your husband, you called the police.
Correct.
He asked you, was it a male cop or a female cop? You said it was the police. Okay, but wouldn't you feel more comfortable a male cop coming to your defense than a female cop who could potentially get herself hurt just as easy as you were?
You're trying to steer me into your opinion.
I'm not trying to steer you into
okay. Let's get off the cop subject. Let's say the house catches on fire and it just falls. A wood panel falls down. Do you want a woman firefighter or do you want a male firefighter? Come on. Think logical. Who's gonna pick that shit up and then carry you out?
Male.
You think a female firefighter can pick you up and take you out here?
Steve, look up female firefighter training on YouTube.
Yeah.
This is like,
okay, hold on.
And women swear they could think logically.
Now, if my child was crying, I would want a woman to come and help me with my child. I don't want a man to come.
I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, there's a reason why there's two people. It's not just equality, because if women really could not do the job, I'm sorry.
Place the mic down, please. Go ahead.
Sorry. If women could not do the job at all, they would not be hired.
Greta, but this is the thing. Even in the army, this man was in the Navy. Even in the armed forces, they have to lower the qualification for a woman to enter the armed forces because they can't do it. Literally,
I'll go so far as saying in the army, there's no woman infantry. They're not in the front lines. I even go farther in special ops. The entry level, the requirements are the exact same. Women can go into special forces, but they don't pass the test because they can't do the same thing a man can do.
Are there any women Rangers in the Rangers?
No.
Women Marines?
There's women Marines.
Oh, is there? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's because women watch what was it? G.I. Jane and with what's her name? What's the woman's
Demi
name?
Moore.
With Demi Moore, and they think it's like, Demi Moore did it, we can do it too. It's not the same.
It's not realistic.
Yeah, this is it. I don't know exactly the video. Let's play it though.
I'll play it.
Look at this. I'm actually training you guys just in case this TV gig does not work out.
What kind of training?
Yeah, no, that's not it. Go back. Go to the search bar. Let me see if I can see it real quick.
Yo, even the woman was like, "What this bitch?"
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
What did you put? Female firefighter training.
Yeah.
Put fails firefighter training.
Okay.
Shout
out to the chat, man. Make sure you guys like the video, man. Shout out to Steve back there too, man.
Yeah, Steve doing his thing, man. Show your face, Steve. Yeah.
There's a video where she
let's do this one.
You got to put it on the screen, homie.
Yeah, no. There we go. This is maybe this is a fail. It's woman versus man firefighter ladder climbing. So let's see. This is what
Fair use.
Bro, they had the ladder up for her already. What the fuck?
Yo, he's murdering her.
She's not even up the first ladder yet, I don't think. Can't see that. Crazy.
And the ladder was already
the ladder was already
and that wasn't even it. The one that I'm talking about, it was an actual, they simulated an actual, scenario, and they had to push through a door, and the door weighed the average weight of a door, like, an average apartment or house door, and she couldn't push it. Like, she tried like 10, 15, she couldn't do it, bro.
Yeah. I want to say something to Jess. So Jess, you said earlier that we seem like we're bashing women. I love women.
It's me too. Really.
All the most important
I love
people,
women so much.
Yes. You keep cutting me off,
women
man.
Empowerment.
Listen, all the most important people in my life are women.
Good.
Every single one of them.
Exactly.
Because I never met my father, so by default, all the important people in my life are women. I love women. My daughter, my sisters, my mother, my grandmother, my cousins. Right?
You have so much respect.
My fucking girlfriend. You know what I mean? So it's just, what do you mean? But it's not. Telling the truth is not bashing women, right? Like if I say,
but we know that you guys are better already.
What do you mean?
Like, we know that you're better. We know that.
But we're not saying we're better at everything. We're saying we're better at most things, I would say.
Yeah.
But earlier you said, oh, you guys are bashing women. I don't really like that because it's not true. As a matter of fact, we tell women that we care more for them than most of their friends that come on here. We had a girl sit here and one sit here. They were best friends. The girl that was sitting here said she had a one-night stand, and she said there's nothing wrong with one-night stands. I like having them. The best friend over here, I said, hey, what did you tell your best friend when you found out she was having one-night stands? Oh, I told her, oh, that's not right, blah, blah, blah. But she kept doing it anyways. We sat here and told her, yo, listen, you're wrong for that. There's girls out here watching you, and they're going to think that's okay. And I would say we cared more for her than her best friend. The best friend that's, oh, you shouldn't do that, but still watches her do it anyways. So I would say that, that comment you made is very untrue.
Okay.
And we don't bash women here. We tell them the truth. And I understand that, because you guys operate off emotions, you think that we bash women and we hate women, but we don't.
I'd say it's quite dangerous and disingenuous.
We live in a twisted world. It is what it is. Everything's twisted. Everything. If you haven't noticed.
Should we keep twisting it?
It's not bashing. It's your perception.
Yeah, but everything's backwards nowadays. Haven't you noticed?
No, I mean, not necessarily, but I mean, your perception, your opinion, it's respected. It doesn't mean that I have to agree with it, but it doesn't also make it a fact.
No, but we brought up facts. We brought up definitions to everything. We brought up like
failed.
Yeah, the majority of women fail. The majority of women fail the physical standard test for them to get into the armed forces. That's a fact.
Earlier, he said that if they could do the same things that we could do, they would do it better. So, in fact, you did say
I said if men wanted to.
If they wanted to.
If men really wanted to, I think we could do everything.
Yeah,
you guys aren't that strong. You guys aren't that smart.
You picked the only opinion, the only subjective truth that we mentioned the whole show, and you're branding it. You're branding the show up. Oh, it's everybody's opinion. When everything else was facts that we brought up. Everything was objective. You picked the one subjective thing and said, "Oh, you guys are talking on your opinions."
I didn't say no. I did not say that. I said that earlier. He said that if men wanted to do something, they'd be better because you think.
What about the 100? What about the other 100 things that we mentioned that
we're talking about this specific thing right now. Mention something else, and I can bring out something else.
Well, you brought up the firefighter stuff.
I brought up the firefighter.
No, I'm saying she just brought it up just now. You said, you said you guys are saying your opinion and everybody has an opinion. And I said, no, these are facts we're telling you. And you're like, no, you just looked up a failed firefighter video. And then I said, yeah, because the majority of women are failing these physical tests. That's a fact.
Okay.
And then you said, yeah, but then he said that men can do everything better than women. And then I said, no, you're mentioning the one objective truth, the one opinion, and you're just saying that we're talking on our opinions.
About at that moment.
Okay.
And with that being said, if women, and I believe
Into the mic.
I'm sorry. And if you're saying that women are failing most of these tests, why look up a failed video? You could look up a normal video, and then you're gonna run into all of these women that are failing the tests if it's a normal thing.
Well, I mean, that wasn't a failure. That was just a man versus a woman.
What was that?
That was just a man versus a woman. That wasn't like a failure.
Listen, she will never agree with us with anything we say. Even
I have agreed with things you've said.
What's one thing you agreed on?
I agreed that men and women cannot be friends. I agreed. I don't know. I can't remember what I agreed on, but I've agreed with a few points that you've said.
So you're so pro woman.
I think she did agree on that.
You're so pro woman. You would rather have a female
no,
cop
I'm not,
and a female
I never
instead of a male.
Do not put words in my mouth.
Okay, so you'd rather have a male.
I didn't say that either. I said I want the police to come in. Why are you making me choose?
Yeah, you're sticking in this little gray area.
Because it is a gray area, because the world is not black and white.
The world is black and white.
It is not.
So what color is it?
I don't know. What color? You tell me.
It's the rainbow color. It's either black or white. It either is or it isn't. It was or it wasn't. It will or it won't be. It's been like that forever.
I don't agree with that.
Well, this is another reason.
And I can be wrong, but I don't agree with it.
Well, this is another reason why men are the ones that are supposed to lead, because if you can't even make a decision on this, then you can't. You need somebody to make a decision.
But you're speaking on your behalf. There's a lot of men out here that cannot make decisions to save their lives.
So what's your choice? Like, if you could make a decision, would you rather a man cop come or a woman cop, or a man firefighter or a woman firefighter to save you?
Whoever's stronger.
If you can make a decision, though, if you're saying what I'm saying is wrong, then who would come to save you? Who would you choose?
I'm not saying that what you're saying.
You said whoever's stronger, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who would be stronger, the female cop or the male cop? We're getting somewhere. Let's peel a layer back.
How
Who would
am
be
I
stronger?
supposed to know?
In general,
Who would
in
be stronger?
general,
Who do you
in
think?
general, statistically, god damn it.
Okay, so biologically speaking, a man is strong.
There we go.
Thank
There
you.
we go. Why is it so
Jesus
hard?
Christ.
But see, look, that's
We
the
had to
danger,
pull that
yeah.
teeth, bro.
That's the danger, though. That's the danger because she knows she's 37 years of age. She knows the truth,
Yeah.
but she doesn't want to say it. I think you low-key hate men,
No,
and you don't
no.
even know it. I think subconsciously you hate
No,
men. Yeah.
absolutely not.
Okay, then you don't respect men,
Why not?
or you've dealt with a lot of men that have given you bad experiences,
I have a great father, and
but you've had 2 failed marriages.
it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter. We were young. Nobody's perfect. I don't demonize.
How
men.
young?
Well, I was 15 the first time, and
You were married at 15?
well, yeah, I got pregnant. I got married.
You were married at 15.
Yeah.
With your 21-year-old daughter?
Yes.
Okay.
How long was the marriage?
10 years.
15. So you guys got divorced at 25 because he cheated on you?
Yeah.
You know that was the worst move you made, right?
What?
Leaving the father of your child. Who did you lose your virginity to him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bro, Jesus.
Yeah, you were supposed to stay with him, make it
And
work.
you left because he cheated? That's the only thing he did.
Did he beat you?
No.
Oh,
So he
no?
only cheated.
Yeah, multiple
Okay.
times.
Do you
So-
think all men cheat?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Do you think if all men had the opportunity to cheat or sleep with another woman, they would?
No.
You don't,
You don't think,
that?
hold on, majority? You don't think majority of men?
No, I don't think so. If they had the opportunity to cheat, why?
Do you think one woman
What?
could satisfy a man for the rest of his life?
I mean, yeah, if it's the woman that he loves.
Have you ever heard the term "new vagina is better than old vagina"?
No.
That's facts.
Oh. And not old as an age, old as an experience.
No, I got what
Yeah.
When he cheated on you,
Uh-huh.
did he admit to it, or was he?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. That's a good
Was he
question.
kind of like, oh no, like you caught him red-handed, like you already knew, and he already even knew, and you
Yeah.
knew that he knew.
Yeah.
But did he try to coward his way out?
No.
Oh,
He
he told
admitted
you
it.
the truth? And you left him?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yo,
that's also
and
telling
you know why she left? Because he made less money.
No.
You know what? I don't
He
think
did it
she,
multiple times.
I don't think
Why?
she's
With the same woman?
No, with
Oh, he made less
Oh,
money.
yeah.
Hold on,
I
and
mean-
did you ask why did he do it? Because he openly said, "Yeah, I cheated." You said he didn't lie. So what was the reasoning?
I mean, he did it multiple times. He was gonna do it again.
Okay, but what was the reasoning? Why was he cheating? Why did
I
you
don't-
say?
I don't
Because you
know.
said he admitted it. So you didn't ask that. Why did you cheat?
No.
That's the first question a girl's gonna
Why?
ask.
Why does it matter?
Because it matters whether or not he loved any one of those women. Because men are gonna have sex regardless.
Come on.
Now you were making more money than him,
yeah.
so I think that the real reason why you left
Uh-huh.
was because you didn't believe that he was valuable enough to stay with
Yeah.
because he wasn't
Agreed.
taking care of the
He
family.
was betraying me. No.
No.
Yeah, but you would have put up with it if he was actually taking care of you and the kids.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you
Yes,
would have.
you
No,
would've.
I would have not.
And that would have been stupid.
Okay, and that would have been stupid.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Please be honest.
Yes.
Your second husband, did he cheat on you too?
No, she
I
said he
don't-
beat her. He
no,
beat
no,
her.
he hit me, no.
Okay. Shit, I said that's worse. Okay, but
Like
so
closed
so-
fist
so-
or like
so I hate going into that, bro. So he never cheated on you.
Not that I know. of.
Okay.
I don't know.
But here's the thing, right? Then as a single mother, you're going into the dating market now
Mhm.
with a kid,
Yeah.
and you're at a huge disadvantage. You're gonna meet people that are probably gonna treat you like shit because you're a single mother.
Mhm. I haven't
This is
dated
what he's
3 years.
saying. I'm sorry.
I have not dated.
Yeah, but you had another marriage and another kid,
Yeah.
and so look at what happened. Like, yo, listen,
Uh-huh.
if guys, I've gotten with single mothers before too,
Okay.
and I'm telling you, like, eventually that kid comes in the way a lot of times, man. You can't sit here and tell me
Yeah.
unless you're a bad fucking mother, then your kids aren't in the way. Unless grandma has a kid and you're just with me.
No. Like I have my kids.
Okay, then that kid's always gonna come in the way. That's not my kid. I'll never see that kid as my kid. I don't give a fuck what these guys tell you, ladies.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he's just my nah, man. That's not my kid. Biologically, that's not my kid.
You're right. No. I agree with you. And that's the reason why I haven't dated.
Okay, because you know that these men don't look at your other kid unless because here's the thing, we may show love to him or her, but we're always gonna prefer our kid
Of course.
because that's just the way that it's supposed to be.
Yeah. No. That's.
There's a reason why lions go into a pride,
Mhm.
kill the male, and then kill all the cubs. I don't want to give a fuck these little cubs. Fuck these little kids. Listen, I know it sounds fucked up, but that's just the way that it is. We just live in a society now where we can't just say fuck your kid. throw them away. You know what I mean?
Absolutely
But
not.
that's essentially how we feel, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but I wouldn't want to put my son through that, so I wouldn't.
Did you put your daughter through that?
Yeah, I did.
So, Greta, I have a question. You said you had a good relationship with your father, right?
Yeah.
What did he say after the first divorce? And then what did he say when you got married the second time?
Yo,
Did you
Gerald,
even
you
talk
got
to him
some
about
fire
it?
questions, bro.
What did he say after the first divorce? Well, he told me to, choose wisely.
Please speak into the mic.
Sorry. He just told me, choose wisely. Like don't rush. Because you have a daughter, and you don't want to just bring anybody into the home. You got to protect your daughter, etc., etc.
What did he tell you before you divorced? Did you tell him you were trying to get divorced with him?
No.
Your
no.
father. What did your father say about you thinking of divorcing your husband?
No, I didn't tell him.
You just divorced him.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I bet you your father would have told you to stay unless he was a weak man.
I want to
what
actually
did he say
dig
about the second?
dig a little deeper with you in terms of, because the question about I never asked him why he cheated. Why
Mhm.
not?
Because it didn't matter.
So okay, so why doesn't it not matter? Because for example, you run a business, we run a business. So when let's say a sale doesn't go through, right? We assess, okay, what did I do? Where did I go wrong? What didn't I say? What did I say? So don't you think that maybe if you would have asked them, hey, why did you cheat? You take that and you improve as a person. Maybe you think you would have saved your second marriage because you wouldn't allowed that.
He did it multiple times. So he told me, what were you saying? Oh no, it's just sex, blah blah blah. And okay, I forgave him again and again.
That's all you said? You just said okay every time?
I mean, why am I gonna question? It's just gonna like.
So it did matter. So why didn't you go deeper to figure it out?
Because
there's more to it.
No, I mean I understand that, but at the same time, we already talked it through. Like,
maybe at that point, your husband could have just been like, "Listen, this is not gonna stop. It's gonna continue, okay? And is either you accept this, and we could continue,
right,
or we get a divorce."
Yeah,
right.
And when it comes to
he
pros
said-
and cons, right? Did he have more pros than that one con?
No, he did not have more pros than
She was the
cons.
breadwinner.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
were they at least better looking than you? The girls that he was, the women that he was cheating on you with?
No, at the time they weren't.
No, they were all ugly.
No, and I'm not saying they were ugly. I don't think they were better looking than me.
Do you feel accountable for him doing that? Do you feel like you could have done more as a woman for him not to go and cheat?
Maybe I had a bad attitude, so that could have been it.
How was it
I
divorced?
feel
was it quick divorce? Like when you said I want a divorce, did he say okay with no problems? He was ready to go.
No. He
In the
fought.
mic. Sorry.
He fought for it at the. He did it multiple times.
So he
Remember?
wanted to stay.
Yeah,
he wanted to stay. Yeah,
he wanted to stay. But
listen, I say this all the time. Men, when they cheat, they don't cheat to replace. It's. I know it sounds weird to you, ladies. I had a conversation with somebody earlier about this. I'm like, yo, I could cheat. The girl I cheated on you with could die tonight in a burning car accident on I-95. And I'd be like, she was pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, God bless, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. But in order for a woman to cheat, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. So I really think, and the fact that he wanted to stay, he fought for it, says a lot.
no, but you're not protecting your woman when you're doing that.
Listen, we don't advocate for cheating. I'm not saying that men should cheat. I'm just saying if he does, why break up your family for it?
Because he did it multiple times.
Yeah, well, hold on. You had a kid too, didn't you?
Huh?
You had a
Yeah,
kid
they got a
too.
kid
So
together.
the only reason you broke up with the guy that loved you and provided for, you provided for him, was because he cheated. And you're
That's
risking,
okay.
and you're fine risking your child not having a present father.
No, he was
because
present.
he cheated.
He was present.
How present? Did the kid live with you or him?
No, she lived with me sometimes. She lived with him sometimes.
Oh,
she
so
was-
he sounds like he was a good father.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're gonna take any knowledge out of this podcast, is that a man's gonna exercise his options.
Yeah.
And the man should not be penalized if he's gonna be honest with you.
I agree
but
with
it's
that.
not penalizing. It's the
It
fact.
is,
divorced
you
them.
divorce him. That's a
She
No,
penalty.
I mean you did it multiple times.
But you
agreed
divorced him.
not to.
You divorced him. I guarantee you, he's on child support. Is he not?
No, I never put any of them on child support.
Okay.
Never.
Okay. Well,
Stop
you're
the
in
cap.
trouble. Okay.
How much did he make around this time?
He's 25,
He
probably
didn't- he
fucking
didn't-
$20
he
an
didn't
hour.
work.
Listen,
you have a
the,
word?
the only
Oh,
thing,
then I disagree with Snitches, man. I disagree,
the
Brian.
only thing I want to say to you is that society tells women, yo, listen, there's a divorce party thing. That's a thing now.
Yeah, there's
The
divorce party.
divorce parties are a thing now.
It's crazy.
Like we've got like divorce is as easy as just like I just want a divorce. Like it used to be about vows, right, and promises.
Yeah.
And like then you
was 10
under God
years.
and shit like that.
wasn't
Like that shit
quick.
meant something back then, right?
It wasn't quick.
Nowadays it's just like, oh, you cheated on me. I feel. So the only thing I want to say to you is because I don't, I feel like you might feel like we're targeting you here, but I just feel like society is telling women, go ahead. If you're not happy, if it's not about your happiness, then leave.
No.
When you have kids, it's no
Disney.
longer about your Disney. It's no longer about your happiness when you have kids.
I know, but the thing is that affects the kids too. It was 10 years. It wasn't like I wasn't like, oh my god, like overnight, like I'm gonna divorce. It was years when I got
How long did you
tired.
last with the second husband?
8 years.
8 years.
I think the problem was though that the dude he sounds like a bum, bro. Like, he was
I
just
was
not
gonna
making
say
money.
that.
He was just
No,
not
he wasn't
productive.
he wasn't making money. He wasn't making
Yeah,
money.
so
But I don't
a
think he
bum.
was. I don't think he. No, I don't think he was a bum because of that. How many
Said he
women?
wasn't working.
There's a lot of women that don't work. That doesn't.
That doesn't,
make you a
bro.
bum.
We
Men don't.
different-
No.
we
Listen,
different-
Men
women-
are supposed to work.
Women and men, women and men.
Men are supposed to be leaders.
Our value is measured differently. There's different rulers that measure our value. A man's value is measured by how much value he can provide to society, his family, his children. A woman's value is in her sexual purity.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
so
I mean, I
given
don't see it that way.
you don't see it that way, but that's the way that it is. Now, given right to be fair, in your defense, you were a virgin when you met this man, right? You were at the peak of your value. You were 15 when he met you. How old was he?
Same age.
15. Okay, so he was a child as well, right? So I can't hold him totally responsible for his mistakes. However, you guys were both 15. Your parents failed y'all.
Yeah.
If I were to look at the grander scheme of things, your parents, your father and mother and his father and mother failed both of y'all because they were supposed to nurture you guys through that. They were supposed to coach you through that and give you some sort of counsel.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, you guys are young. You guys made the decision of having a child, right? At an early age. Us being the adults, we're going to counsel you through this issue. Your mother was supposed to tell you, look, baby, men do this. This is how men operate. If he didn't love you, he wouldn't want to stay with you.
Yeah.
You said that he asked you to stay, correct?
Yeah, many times.
Many times, right? Look, men have a biological urge to insert their dick in every beautiful woman that they see. It's just in us.
Damn.
Now, again, we don't necessarily advocate for infidelity in a relationship, but we do make it aware for the women that sometimes men do this, right? They just do it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we don't love our women because we'll die and kill to protect you, right?
I agree with that 100%.
Okay.
But the thing is that no, I was just not willing to take that betrayal multiple times.
For the men on the panel, can I ask you a question? Go ahead, Hector. My bad.
Yeah, I got you. If he was making money enough to take care of you, I bet you would have stayed with him.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
money,
you say that.
money is not a thing.
And
no.
that's gonna go into my next question.
Yeah.
Money's
If
not a
men
thing.
on the panel, if this was your daughter, same situation, she was paying all the bills, etc., etc., and the guy, her husband, who kept cheating and cheating and cheating, what would you tell your daughter to do?
So I go back to the things are caught, they're not taught. For me, the woman would never be in that position with that type of man. Hypothetically,
Yeah. I don't think any of us would let that happen. Hypothetically.
I wouldn't let that happen.
But if it did happen, hypothetically,
then it's going to be full accountability on my daughter to see, okay, what are you doing? What's going on? How are you processing? How are you thinking? And then I'm going to help her process how she should be better.
would you tell her to get rid of the guy or keep him in this situation?
If he cheats multiple
I got
times.
you, brother, because I got a daughter. I would go to
I would
go to his father.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, Mr. Whatever. You need to talk to your father. You need to talk to your son, right? Because if not, I'm going to do what any man would do, and I'm going to grab the responsibility of my daughter again, and your son is not allowed to see his son or his daughter anymore. Because as fathers, it's our responsibility to make sure that our daughters are in safe, secure, protected environments where they're provided for. Only when I feel, right? Only when I confirm that this man to whom I'm handing the responsibility over to can properly take care of that responsibility. But if he can't, give her back to me.
Yeah.
Right. So I'd have to go to the father. That's why I said your mother and father and his mother and father failed you guys.
Yeah.
Now going back, so
Mhm.
traditionally, right?
Yeah.
Like how I grew up, my family, the man goes right to the father and ask for the daughter. And as a father, you can pick up on certain things once you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like an interview.
Yeah.
It's an interview. You ask certain questions. Tell me about your dad. Tell me how he is, how he behaves. Because like I said, a lot of things all boil upwards, right? Like, okay, how are your parents? How are your parents? How are your grandparents? Because a lot of things are trickled down. A lot of behaviors are trickled down.
Yeah.
So that's how I will go about it. I will interview the dude. Then I will go meet with the dad to see what kind of father he is, what kind of principles and values he instilled in the guy to see if this guy's really going to live up to that or not. And then that's when I make the decision as a father whether I'm going to give my daughter up to that guy or not.
Yeah, but people lie all the time. You're not gonna know that. People will
Yeah,
tell
but
you what you
people.
want
But
to
here's the thing,
hear.
though. People can only lie, but for so long.
No, but I mean, for so
The
long,
tr-
but
the
at that
truth
point,
always
your
comes
daughter's
out.
already married, and
Nah,
then what happens then?
But
because
see, sorry to cut
Yeah,
you
go ahead,
off.
go ahead.
So me personally, I self-developed to a point where I'm able to read you as a person. There's books out there, you know what I'm saying? Emotional intelligence. You have the laws of human nature. You learn things, right? But guess what? That's hard work. Nobody wants to work hard. Nobody wants to go read the books. So if I'm going to bring a child into the world, I'm going to make sure that I do the hard work. So when that person grows up, they're put in the best hands.
I agree, but the thing is that
Into the mic.
sometimes I am in the mic. Sometimes circumstances, happen, and then these things you're gonna be put in a tough position. So in that case, if you end up getting put in a tough position when you've made all the right choices, what are you going to do? Are you gonna tell her to stay?
That's
No,
valid,
and I
Greta.
agree.
That's valid. I'm sorry. That's valid. However, do you think that you're doing your children any good by denying the things that we're telling you right now on this podcast? Because the whole time we're telling you the roles of a man, the roles of a woman, and their differences. But you're
Right.
saying, no, but it's just the police officer to come and save me. It's just the firefighter to come and save me.
Yeah.
Things as simple as that
Right.
play a huge part, because it starts off with my 15-year-old daughter being attracted to the 15-year-old boy across the street, and me having to go over there and seeing what his father is about, seeing what the child is about, because that's how you avoid those kinds of situations. And then to add on to what Sahid said, that's why as men, we're supposed to be reading these books. We're supposed to be doing the self-development in order to, when we come across situations like this, where our daughter might be 17, 18 and in love with a boy, and they're ready to get married, I can at least assess the man. Okay, I see him up and down. He's okay. Let me go meet his father. Let me go meet his father and see his behavior. Let me understand their family. And if their morals align with my morals, then they can get married, right? In
Right.
due time. However, if they don't, then it's like, no, you're not going anywhere. You're under my protection. You're under my jurisdiction. Like, you're under my authority.
If you're fortunate enough,
Okay,
if you
but
have your,
but
your dad.
sure, but now they have their mom. So
Right.
you can at least instill certain things into your children.
Absolutely.
All right, but denying what we're telling you,
I'm not
saying,
denying it.
but you are.
No, I'm not. I'm
The
giving
whole
you-
time you've been saying that it's our
No,
opinions when we're telling you
it
there's something called evolutionary psychology, right?
Right.
Men and women were hardwired differently.
correct.
We're not the same. But you're arguing the exceptions.
No, I'm not arguing the exceptions. The thing is that you're telling me that something is a fact, and like you're saying, we have evolved. We're
We
yes,
haven't evolved. Society has evolved. Society, we build buildings, we have technology,
We
we have
definitely
Wi-Fi.
evolved.
We haven't.
Yes,
we
we did.
look the same as we did 1,000 years ago. The only difference is that we shave now. We shave now. Pussies have hair on them. Don't have hair on them anymore. That's the only fucking difference. Everything else is the same. We fuck the same. We smell the same. We eat the same. The only difference is we don't have to hunt for food. We go to the grocery store. But there's someone out there that has to hunt the fucking food that we eat, right?
Correct.
That's the only difference. We civilize the world to such a level that women can live in delusion. You guys can live in delusion. That's what you guys are proving live right now in front of 180 people that are watching. We've been talking for almost 3 hours. You guys are proving that men civilize the world to such a level that you guys can live in delusion.
Yeah.
Can I add to that? So a lot of the times when people ask me, "Oh, why do we have these problems?" A lot of it is because of social media. Why? Because there's a mother out there that feels and thinks the same way you do. So you feel like, "Oh my God, there's someone out there that feels like this. It's okay," but it's not. Right? You got to put yourself in a group where women think better, where their marriages have worked out, because then you learn from them. So then you go out there and you're that person. right? So your associations tell a lot about who you are and how you behave, and that's something we don't pay attention to. And going back to males, right? Men, when they see other men acting weak, crying on TV, their favorite quarterback, for them, they feel that that's okay, but it's not. So society, social media has made a lot of the problems be okay when they're really not.
Well, social media has also shed a lot of light on things that were not exposed before. There's a lot of men back in the day that were deemed to be these, I don't know, masculine men, and they were just abusing their women. And just no light was being shed.
Why do women do that,
women
bro?
go to the biggest. Women
the
go to the most
fucking
extreme,
bro.
Men have never respected men who beat women. We've never respected
but I
that.
did not say
okay,
that.
but you're bringing up men that
But
beat
we're
women,
talking about the
shedding
past.
light.
Well, going back to, so actually, if anything, a lot of the behavior and conversations that we have here are to help you out. If you really think about it, because if we're helping men identify their role, they're going to be better for you. Same thing with women. If women understand their role, they're going to be better for men. And that's how you're able to come together and be great together. Does that make sense?
No, it absolutely makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, man, do me a favor. Pull up GK Rock's super chat real quick, man. Shout out to GK Rock.
GK Rock said, here's a better question. As parents, how do we humble ourselves when we make mistakes with our children?
Good question.
We'll start with you, Gerald.
Wait, yeah. First of all, who's a parent here?
Oh, yeah. Who's
you're a parent?
I'm a dog dad.
You're a dog dad? Okay, so just you, basically. Okay, okay, cool. We'll start off with him then. Go ahead. If you had kids, how would you do it?
Or let's do this. Since you don't have parents, what's one way that you think your parents could have humbled themselves in order it could have humbled themselves when they made mistakes in raising you?
Oh, not take their they take their frustration out on me, on the other kids. I guess my siblings, they would get angry. So I guess one thing they would do is not show it so much. I think that's the main thing. If you make a mistake, your kids are looking up for you to be stoic, to take responsibility, not to expose your emotion, get all angry, get in fights with each other, like the parents get in fights, and that kind of stuff. So the main thing is to stay stoic. Yeah.
Okay. Would that be in regards to your father?
Both.
Okay.
Mom and dad.
Okay.
What about you?
Just listening to your kids, listening to what they have to say.
Okay.
Not just imposing your opinions without knowing how your child feels.
Okay, Brian, what about you?
I think my parents maybe could have just taken a little bit more accountability. And that's pretty much it. Like I think growing up, there was a lot of resentment, and there's a lot of kids that grow up with a single parent that has a lot of resentment, and that resentment would disappear if the single parent will take accountability and say, listen, I made a mistake. This is how I'm fixing it. This is what we're going to do.
Okay.
Here's a plan. Here's a blueprint. We're going to do X, Y, Z. This is how you're going to act. This is how you're going to be. And that's it. And I think the resentment would have disappeared a little sooner than now.
Good point. What about you?
I have nothing to say on it.
Okay, please don't vote. What about you?
I can't.
Please don't vote. What about you?
Yeah, so I'll answer it.
You're an asshole.
How am I an asshole? I'm giving you guys an opportunity. I'm giving. What do you mean? Yo, you had 1, 2, 3, 4
Okay,
people.
I have a
in
question
front
for
of
you. When
right?
is this over? Can I leave now?
You can get up and leave.
Please,
Yeah,
thank
you can get up and leave.
Please excuse
Yeah.
me. Thank you.
No, excuse yourself. Thank you. Yeah, you don't have to throw the equipment around. It's more expensive than everything you have going on. Yeah. All right, cool. Yo, you're going the wrong way. Where you going? Okay, cool. Make sure she doesn't. Holy shit, man! She had 1, 2, 3, 4 people ahead of her, and she. This is what I hate, bro. And then you get to her, and she's like, but the same person that comes in here and argues for women should borrow, women should shut the fuck up. All right, bro. What would you do it? Shout out to you, stupid ass. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say for men, for example, men that are fathers, it's very important for you to have a brother.
Shouts out to Jakeem.
Yo, W Jakeem, bro.
Yo, shout out to Jakeem.
Let's get some
She
W's
slammed
in the
the door.
chat.
Yeah, let me get some W's in the chat for
fucking door,
Jakeem.
man.
Hold on, Jakeem, lock the door, bro.
That shit was funny as hell, bro.
With the panning,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh my god, yo,
You got the
I
best
missed,
kick out can.
I missed
Yeah.
that. That's crazy. Go ahead, brother.
It's funny though, because the whole time we were like, do you believe in accountability? And she does that, so it makes sense. But in regards to the question, though, I would say that it's very important for men to have other masculine brothers along his side to basically shadow him and counsel, right? Because, for example, for me, I don't have kids yet. However, when I do have kids, I know that I can always go to my brother and have a conversation with him about anything. And I know that if he witnesses anything that I'm doing wrong, he's going to pull me to the side because he's not going to care about how he's going to hurt my feelings. He's going to tell me what's up. So that's the benefit of being around a masculine brotherhood. And I think that every man should have those brothers that he can, call upon and have that conversation. I would say in regards to my parents, though, they're still together, right? Shout out to my dad. I'm very grateful for him because while my mom was holding it down over there, he was here working, getting his family from the Dominican Republic to the United States. So, and they're still together, right? So that's how it was done back in the day. These days it's a little bit different, right? So yeah, man, I would say masculine accountability for sure, though. Having those people around you will definitely help you.
It's crazy. You sound just like him. Sound just like him. What about you, brother? What do you think?
Piggyback off of his holding themselves as accountable. I agree 100% because especially when the parent is not there for their child, and they continue to blame the child over and over again when the child hasn't done anything. And if you want to continue to have that relationship with your child, you should hold yourself accountable and, just be honest, tell your child the truth that, you did wrong in the past and move on from there.
Okay. What about you?
So for the logical thinkers here, right, there's one key word that we all said, and it's accountability. I feel like parents, individuals, they lack accountability. And a lot of it has to do with their ego. Their ego gets involved. So they're not humble enough to be accountable for their actions. And the thing is, what I notice a lot with parents is that parents try to be absolutely perfect for their kids to see perfection. We're humans. We're not perfect. We make mistakes, but it's how we take those mistakes, how we're accountable for those mistakes, and then how the lesson is taught to the child. So for me, it's like, okay, listen, this is what my grandfather did to me. My grandfather was somebody that was accountable for his actions. He taught me, listen, this is what I did. This was wrong. This is what I learned from it. These are the consequences I had to live with. And I don't want you to live through those consequences. So just make sure that you never go through this or you never do this. So it's accountability. That's what it all really is, which is what we all don't have, is we don't hold ourselves accountable because ego gets in the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's dope, man. You guys gave real dope
Yeah,
answers.
really smart panel here, man.
Yeah, I would want to chat.
Go ahead.
If you got a super chat, go
Yeah,
ahead.
we do. Yeah.
Go
Tony
ahead.
Barnett, do me a favor. Put him up and power him up real quick.
Tony Barnett said, the who that is brought to the relationship will answer the what that is brought to the relationship. So if we're going to break that down, basically, who you choose to get into a relationship will determine what it is that you go through in that relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were going to say something before that?
Yeah, I wanted to chime in on the question before. Definitely. One thing that I personally learned dealing with my children, and it ties down to the way that I was raised, is the way that I was brought up was you never question your parents, right? It was always like that barrier to be able to question their authority, which in a way, yes, you got to, exert respect for the elders. But I think it's in a child's nature to question certain things, especially when they don't make sense. And unfortunately, my father, he stayed long enough to maybe I was about 7, 8 years old when him and my mother broke things off. And, he was doing his thing or whatever, barely there type. And my mother went along with a lot of things that her family did. And in her family, things were very tyrannical, so I heard Dr. Jordan Peterson say something, and he said he spoke about the toxic mother and that tyrannical father, right? You can't question my authority regardless of what it is that you believe or think. I'm right, you're wrong, right? I'm the dad, you're the son, or I'm the dad, you're the mother. And that's how it was in my family. And I found myself kind of mimicking that a bit with my eldest son, until one day his mother kind of caught me and said, hey, you shouldn't be like that with him. And, instantly it was like, your ego comes into play. Like, what do you mean I shouldn't be like that? He's a boy. He needs to be this, this, and this, right? And when I meditated on it, on the situation, I thought, I was like, wow, I'm doing exactly what I didn't like that, the people that raised me did. So now I don't want to say that he necessarily challenges my authority, because after I started doing self-developing and, you know, reading and writing, journaling and things like that, you know, I'm way more stoic than I was when I was a young 21-year-old father, 22, 23, right? So I think that it's important for us to recognize the flaws that our parents did, and then learn from them and do everything not to repeat them, you know, actual flaws, because sometimes we might say, I want to be a better father than my father was. And then you just look at, you know, you just pretty much overcompensate and not identify the things that they did wrong in order for you not to repeat the same mistakes that they did. And I found myself doing that, but it was, you know, my mother's father, that dynamic, because everybody was like that, because, you know, my mother is one of 6, so it's her, 3 brothers, and then her younger sister, one of my aunts. And of course, naturally, the women are going to fall under the leadership of the men, even though that they're older, right? That she was the eldest. So everything is like that there in my family. So I would say, understand that just like your woman is supposed to challenge your authority from time to time, but as a leader, you're supposed to identify and reassure them as to why it is that they need to feel safe under your protection. Same thing with your children, because women are similar to children in a way. So your children, same thing. They're going to challenge your authority or question your authority, but you're supposed to reassure them as to why it is that you're the leader, of course, in a stoic way, not screaming, not yelling, not reprimanding them aggressively, and having them, you know, truly understand why it is that things are the way that they are. Similar to how you explained it with your grandfather. Like, for example, you can't do this because I did this. These are the consequences that came with what I did. These are the mistakes that I did, but this is how you can avoid them. You know, and I think that that's tied very much to patience, like having that patience with your children, you know.
Shout out to you, brother. Sorry,
Yeah.
she was lost 5 minutes ago. That's why I'm just staring at her, because name me all the Kardashians. What's their names?
Courtney, Chloe, Kim.
Stop.
You see how excited she got? She got so excited, man. Appreciate you. Real quick, panel, I want to thank you guys for coming, man. This was a great conversation tonight. You guys were awesome, amazing. We're gonna give you guys the floor now. We're actually gonna get going, and then they're gonna come over here now, Ashley and Fanny, and you guys are just gonna basically take over the show, and even the chat, I guess you guys be talking to them too. So, like the video, guys. Thanks so much, man. Tomorrow we have a special guest in the fucking house. Destiny's gonna be here, man. So that's gonna be a crazy show. And once again, guys, thank you so much. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just stay seated, okay?
All right, guys, make sure you guys like the video, comment, subscribe. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys become a member. Becoming a member is only $4.99, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We're about to do the after show with Fanny and Ashley right now. Let's get some W's in the chat for Jakeem for that kick out, man. That was a good ass fucking kick out, bro. We gotta do more of those, bro. That was good. She slammed the door and everything. That was crazy. But yeah, guys, tomorrow we have Destiny, man. It's gonna be a super lit show tomorrow, guys. You know Destiny's gonna disagree with every fucking thing, but I think it'll be a good show, man. Basil will be in the building tomorrow too, so Basil will be on the show. It should be a great show. Yeah, guys, we appreciate our panel. All right, guys, we're just gonna do some after show. We're gonna do some last thoughts on the show as well. And if you guys have any questions for the panel, make sure you guys send in your super chats. I'm gonna put that at the bottom now. But yeah, man, we appreciate you guys, man. Like the fucking video, okay? All right, Fanny, I'm gonna unmute you ladies' mics, and I'll unmute everyone else. All right, guys, it is the after show. Again, if you guys have any questions for the panel, let us know. Send in your super chats, and we'll let Fanny and Ashley take the floor.
Why does it take y'all so long to say my name?
I have no clue. It's a tongue twister.
It's Ashley.
I should do Ashley and Fanny because
it's like it's not that hard. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Ashley, how you doing?
Hey, Ash.
Hi. We're gonna have
we're a little loud.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Can you turn down the headphones?
Should I back up?
No. You're good.
Okay.
It's the headphones.
What do we think of the show? You guys
was
are
great.
You guys
It was
are
great.
also like.
I feel like we had a good amount like mature people.
Very mature.
I actually want to hop on when there's like bimbos on here.
Oh, you should have been here yesterday.
Because I
You should have been
just
here
want to
yesterday.
talk my shit, and I'm like, Damn it! I'm like, I
Yeah.
keep surrounding
Come here
myself
every
with- literally at this
No,
point.
this panel was way too intelligent
Yeah.
today.
I know. I'm
Like,
like,
you
damn
guys
it.
are
I'm like, I
on it.
can't
If you
talk
guys
shit.
probably would have lost a lot of brain cells yesterday.
Oh, every time I watch
Facts.
it, like I think it was the girl from yesterday, the
Oh,
one that was
she's-
sitting here.
Oh, I think the seat is cursed because we get the 34, 35-year-old
Oh my God.
delusional.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that
Yeah,
seat.
this seat.
There's something wrong with that
This is
seat,
a
bro.
toxic area. You
Should
might,
I move?
you might
It's not,
wanna-
wait, if it's not this one, it's the one in the
Oh,
corner.
yeah. Oh, you're toxic, aren't you?
Yeah, that, he's
Probably.
been a little
I'm still here so
quiet.
far.
No, he was good. He was good.
No,
He was
you're good.
I'm gonna heal this area
Yeah,
right now.
we might have to some holy water or
Blessed
something.
now.
I mean, so we're gonna do a little different this time, because you guys are, you guys seem very business, very like mature. So we want everybody to take a second. If you own your own business or if you work at something, whatever it is you do, take a second. Tell us a little bit about what you do. Let's start over here.
Gerald. So I do massage therapy.
Ooh.
So I've been doing this for a little bit now, but I'm finally getting my certification, so I can legally do it in the state of Florida. So without having people coming after me. And then I also do personal training. So I'm doing a little bit of both. I know full.
Working for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is it called? Happy endings? Is that what?
Oh my God, no.
Do you do those?
I don't do happy
Okay,
endings.
You
good.
sure?
No,
How you know about that?
Red
Huh?
flag.
We had another massage therapist on here. She doesn't.
Oh.
She just said it.
Interesting.
She
That's-
blinked twice.
That's not smart.
She didn't
Okay.
say it, but she blinked twice. Okay,
Oh, shit.
go ahead. What do you do?
Well, nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet
you
you.
said Ashley and Fanny. Fanny. Okay. So my name is Brian. I'm from New Jersey. I specifically flew down here for this podcast
Yay!
from New Jersey because I love my brothers Eric and Basil, and now Hector. Hector, I just met today. He seems like a good G, and yeah, man, that's another brother I'm gonna be, taking a bullet for. However, I'm a personal trainer. I have my own fitness business. I do online coaching. I have an ATM business, and I have my own podcast. Follow the Abarcast on YouTube. Season 4 is actually going to be starting next month, and inshallah, I'm going to be flying up Basil, Eric up there to just maybe do like the Avenger. Another podcast of the Avengers. We'll do the Justice League. We'll do the Justice League up
I
there.
love it. I
on the
love
show.
that. I love that. What about you, love?
Katie from Kansas City. I just moved down here 2 weeks ago, so I don't.
You don't do anything.
I don't do anything right now. I'm looking, but
You're looking
I'm
for
in
a
no
job?
rush. Yeah,
We could talk. I got something for you.
Thank you.
And what about you?
Yeah. Welcome, ladies. My
Thank
name's
you.
Jose Rodriguez. I am located in New York. I do real estate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's bad right now.
No, it's not. If you don't know what the fuck you're doing, yeah, but not for me.
Not for you.
So so I'm an investor. So if you guys have any deals, I prefer multifamily properties that need a lot of work. So we buy them up cash, fix them up, refinance them, and keep it going. So that's one of the things that we do. And shout out to the BFP network. That is my personal men's movement that I lead. I help other men achieve peak performance in everything that they do regarding health, relationships, and wealth. We have a community of 28, and we're looking to scale it up to 100 by the end of the year. So shout out to them. And yeah.
Amazing.
That's me.
Amazing. That's a mouthful. You go ahead.
So me and my lovely wife here, future wife, I like speaking things into existence. We run an insurance company. So right now, for me personally, I grew up seeing that there's a big problem in society, which is financial education. So I set out to pretty much educate myself financially and go out there and provide the community with financial literacy. So essentially, we go out to schools, churches, just community, talk to them about their financial plans, retirement.
Rana, look up.
Their pros, their cons of what they have, what they don't know, what they do know, and just really help out. And then we also train agents on how to essentially build the business within the insurance industry. The amazing Ashley is part of the team, and we've grown like crazy. We started in a small 1,200 square foot office, and we've grown to a 13,000 square foot office. We started with about thank you, with about 10, 15 people coming to meetings, and we have about 100 coming, and we're solving for 400.
Yes,
So we're changing a lot of lives. We're helping a lot of people. people, and it's been and also it's been amazing to be able to run it with my wife. I know traditionally people say the man works, the woman works, but doing something together has been absolutely revolutionizing for us.
Rana does all the work. So he just
I just motivate. That's all I do.
He does the talking. I do
just
the back
joking.
end.
All right, that's nice. Yeah, this table gave me such a professional vibe. I'm like, I gotta see what these people do. Okay, we got a funny question for the panel. Fanny, you want to ask?
Yeah. If you were famous, what would be your stage name? Let's start
Oh
over
wait!
there.
Oh my God! No, she went to the bathroom. Oh, I didn't forget about you.
No, it's okay.
Tell us.
I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes to
Yeah,
think
you got
about
time
it.
to think, so
Yeah.
she can tell us what she do.
So I run a customer service department for a fintech company.
Okay,
It's a credit card. So I do the training. I do the onboarding for the team. I also write up the procedures. I do a little bit of compliance. Pretty
Ooh,
much wear
compliance.
different hats. You know, when it's a fintech company, you're starting out. So just doing everything that we can to grow. And that's where I'm at right now. It's exciting. It's fast paced. Corporate was boring for me. I need to be doing something different all the time.
Corporate gets very boring.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, go ahead. Back to your question.
Okay, so if you were famous, what would be your stage name?
Oh
Let
my
me
God.
start over there.
Nimbus.
Nimbus.
Why Nimbus?
Big fan of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my God!
Okay, makes
I don't know
sense.
how I didn't connect the dots on that one.
My homies gave me the nickname. I kind of go with the flow. You know, I'm the one who's always there to back them up, and you know, I kind of just
Back
lay
them up,
back.
whether they're wrong or right.
Yeah. If they're wrong, I back them up the hard way. Make sure get them back right. You know.
Oh look, he pulled it up.
Exactly. Right? Flying Nimbus right there.
Love
So,
that.
that's
What
my
about you?
For me, it would probably be my Instagram handle, Chinita. That's what everybody calls me.
Chinita?
I do sing, and then when I do go
You
perform on
sing?
stage, that's what they call me.
Let
so-
me hear.
Oh my God.
I want to
Go
hear
for
it.
it. Spit some.
Don't spit.
Hold
She's
on,
a
sing,
singer.
sing something for us.
Sing something
yeah,
for
you gotta
us.
sing something.
Yeah,
you
you
can't
put me
just
on
say
the
that.
spot. Like
You
something
put yourself
short.
on the
Go
spot.
for it. Go for it.
What, like what?
I mean, anything.
Your song.
Singer here.
Your song.
Your go-to karaoke
Yeah, your
song.
go-to
Oh.
karaoke.
Your favorite song.
Give us like
I don't
Your
have
best one.
She just said she goes on stage. You can't be nervous now.
I do get nervous.
She,
Oh,
she's
man.
the only one that drinks tequila.
No, I don't drink.
Oh, you want a shot, Steve? Get the bottle.
No.
Haram. We need a
That's
shot. I'm
haram.
thirsty.
Okay. Go
what
ahead.
you want, brother? We got you.
Anything.
All right,
Oh,
we'll get you.
Anything.
Yeah,
I'm
get
not
some
racist.
water.
Anything brown.
Brown.
Oh,
Anything
there's
brown.
a rum
I'm not
back there.
racist, but anything brown.
Go ahead. Your stage name. What would it be?
That's a good question. I never.
El
got asked that.
tiburón.
That's a good one.
You know what? It would be El Tiburón. Actually, funny story. My grandfather, rest in peace. He's the one that raised me that I spoke about during the show. He was actually a professional wrestler growing up in Peru.
wow.
So his stage name as a professional wrestler was El Tiburón. And I took that liberty to take that name when I ended up taking a fight actually last month. So that would probably be my nickname. Thanks, Jose.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's a good
So
one.
he had to help you think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what friends are for, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys
Oh,
are
you guys
friends?
are friends.
That's my brother.
I mean, when you guys said you guys New York, I was like, okay, they probably.
No, he
came
said
up-
New Jersey.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I'm literally across
Yeah,
the street
Oh,
from Peru.
we have
Oh,
beef.
okay.
New
Oh,
York,
you got
New Jersey. New York,
Oh.
New
Hash it out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, y'all sitting in the same table, so.
Not wow.
Okay. On some fancy shit.
Fancy.
And then we all get the white cups.
Wow. I could have brought out the glasses. This table deserved more than white cups.
It's a suit. I think it's a suit.
I'm sorry. I should have done that. You guys deserve better than those white cups.
Show them how it's done. Oh, he wasn't even going.
No,
do
that's
nothing.
rum. You don't
Anybody,
swoosh.
anybody else? Anybody else? Or is that it?
Go ahead.
Anybody else
Ladies
want something
first.
to drink?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh, she back. Yeah.
If you were famous, what would be your stage name?
Oh God. Probably just KT. I already go by that. My real name's just Katie.
Like the letters KT. Oh, I get it. Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
get
How old
that.
are you?
That's a classy
I'll be
one.
23 November 22nd.
3. Yeah, you're young. Okay.
Guys, let's have her move next to Fanny, and you guys
Yeah.
get over it. 'Cause
Oh.
she's out of frame, so have her
Me?
just wrap
Yeah,
around the
Sit in,
table,
Fanny. See?
Right here.
please.
Oh, you're not
Once
gonna
again,
be
guys,
next to
send in
me
your
no
super
more.
chats
Ooh.
and like the motherfucking video, guys.
Oh,
Right here.
Yeah, move seats. Yeah. Just sit
you
here.
can use these?
Yes. Fanny, what would your stage name be?
Hold on, real quick, guys. We have a super chat from David Jones. He says, "Brian, was Jessica hitting on you? Pass on her." Oh shit!
I low-key saw it.
Jessica was hitting on me. She was staring at me in the waiting room upstairs.
She wants you to be the next baby
And
daddy.
you didn't make no moves.
No, I did not. She's not my type.
All right,
She's not my
one
type.
more, guys. Shout out to Walking the Wire. Ladies, have you ever paid for a date? Gentlemen, what's the most money a woman has spent on you?
Oh, that's a good one. Start with you. Have you ever paid for it? Well, of course you have. You pay for everything. That's why your relationship won't work out. Go ahead, you.
Oh God. Okay. What's the most money? Actually, you know what? For my graduation, when I graduated college, my girlfriend at the time, she took the liberty to take me out to a 5-star Italian restaurant, and I believe the dinner was maybe $800.
You let her pay?
Yeah, I let her pay.
That's crazy.
Hector, what does that say about him as a man?
Red flag.
I got the answer.
And what about you? Have you ever paid for a date before?
Yes.
Top G.
Top G?
Yes.
Top G.
Top G?
Yeah, top G is different with certain men. It's different.
Oh, my
Yeah.
bad. Excuse me.
I gave her a gift.
Oh, okay.
And what you say? Yeah, you pay for a
yeah.
date.
Yeah, I have. Is mine on?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it is. It just needs to be a little higher.
Yeah, just go close to it.
But yes, unfortunately.
How much did you spend on that date?
Usually it's like Texas Roadhouse, so honestly, pretty affordable.
What about you, Fanny?
Yeah, I have too, and I could say the same. Like pretty affordable.
What?
Yeah.
So you guys only like take your mans out to like Applebee's and
You want him to feel like a
Mickey
little
D's.
special, but
No,
not terribly special.
I would say like I would pay like on like Taco Tuesdays, like we would go to a food truck and stuff
the
like
discount.
that. Yeah, nah.
Five Guys or something?
like
But-
the
$3
lower
per
price.
taco?
Yeah,
Like
hell
lower
yeah.
price.
I mean,
expensive.
shit, I'm a girl,
Yeah.
right? And I ain't ugly, so
I just cook. I won't take
Yeah.
a
Oh,
lot.
okay.
I
I like
I
that.
cook dinner.
I mean,
Actually, you just earned some points with me.
Oh yeah.
Good.
I mean, I also cook. What do you mean?
No, too
Well,
late.
Fanny, you didn't
Too
say
late.
that. You said,
Sorry.
no, I take them to
I mean,
Apps and
that was
Applebee's.
not the question. The
She's
question was if I ever paid
She's
for it.
traumatized.
I'm traumatized.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, next. How about you? Have you ever paid for a date?
No, I'll pay for the food to cook. I cook
Mm.
dinner.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's smart.
Okay,
Come on,
that's
girl.
smart.
Come on, 3 years. Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I can compete for Brian another time.
But how much has a girl spent on me
Yes.
On a date.
on a date?
He's thinking about last week.
How much was that?
Or last night.
Yo, these girls are funny. I fucking love them.
I think she had to take out a mortgage to be able to.
Damn. Oh, damn.
Tinder
Fanny.
swindler.
Fanny, sorry, too late.
Nah, but
Red flag.
I can't remember the last time a woman paid for shit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
You should date her.
Says a lot about you.
eh,
That's good.
She'll pay your bills.
maybe like a
No, no,
gift
no.
or something.
And
but
you
like-
said you were single?
Yeah, ready to mingle.
Oh, there you go.
She's
He's
taking
ready to
notes.
mingle, girl.
She's
Oh,
taking
well.
notes. Fanny's
know.
taking notes, guys.
Why are you guys always
Yo,
looking
Fanny-
at me?
Fanny has flirted with every guy.
That is
Yo,
not
Yes.
Fanny, I don't feel special anymore. What the hell's going on?
true. Bro, they're just
Red
capping. They're trolling right
Red
now.
flag.
Right, we gotta talk.
They
Brian.
just want me to be married already.
Rhonda, you took Saeed out to a nice dinner, right?
So, oh yeah, for his birthday,
How
I
much
did.
was it?
it was $100. But
That's
that's
it?
one time. I've never really. I don't pay for dinners. Like
That's good.
usually the man does.
See, at least that's more
but-
expensive
Was that
than
a
the
gift
Texas
card that he bought?
Roadhouse.
I mean,
you can
they
spend on
offer-
That was $100 he gave to her as a gift.
No,
He gave
but
her $100.
but I do love cooking for him.
Same.
Oh, okay.
That's like that's how I show, and I like
A
surprising
Middle
him. Like
Eastern
with
woman,
random,
man. Let
you
me
know
tell
what
you.
they
Let
do.
me
What
tell
would
you.
you say that you can know if a girl's like good if she loves cooking? Because I feel like that's
You put love
Exactly.
into the food. Like the man will know
Well,
that's good.
I can literally
Like,
cook
when-
at 3 in the
when
morning.
you cook with love, it's different. The
I
food
won't say
tastes
all that.
completely different.
Yeah.
I won't say I
agree with
love
that.
cooking, but I love my man enough to cook
Yeah,
and
but
do it for
but
him.
you'll put so much love into, even though you don't love doing it, you put so much
Put
love,
love
into
into
it,
it.
where he's gonna enjoy the
That's a
food
secret
so
ingredient.
much. Yeah, it's the love.
Okay.
It's not.
It's not
Because
that
I don't want to,
like
salty.
it.
but it, you know, it
The love
works.
you put.
Yeah,
into
that's
it,
true.
so.
Okay. Do we have any more super chats?
Nope.
No.
No super chats right now.
Man, it felt weird. Basil just sitting here staring like some
Yeah,
op.
he's like the security guard
Some
over there.
op.
You want to join, Basil? We got an extra chair.
Shit, I gotta shout out my girl real quick. 'Cause
Shout
she's
out.
watching, but she paid about 700. Well, she tried to pay 770 for STK. She took
Oh
me out.
wow.
I didn't let her do that shit though, but it was a thought that counts.
You
so
can let her
shout
pay
out
and
to
then give her back the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's funny. All right, we actually have one more question, and it's just more of just a stupid to have fun. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
What?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I think a hot dog
Yes.
is just a hot dog.
It depends when she makes it.
What? We said it if a hot dog is a sandwich.
What are you talking
What do you mean if she
Like a hot dog, like
a hot dog, like the food.
Yeah, I would say it's a
Yeah.
sandwich.
Jose,
Yeah,
talk
right?
about
It
that.
makes me
Yeah,
too
yeah,
there you go.
Don't worry about it.
Yes. Buns.
I was confused for a second.
He's talking about his penis.
I know. I'm like, where are you at?
Wait, I didn't get it.
Yeah, I didn't get it either, but
There's
I
kids
knew
on
he.
the table, Brian.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's only two. Oh, she's young too.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Katie.
I'll let it go.
We're the babies here. It's okay.
Wait, how old are you,
Me?
Fanny?
I'm 21.
Oh, damn, you baby.
Yeah.
She just turned 21.
Oh,
like
just
shit.
turned
Like
21
what, yesterday?
too.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
like 2
congratulations.
months ago.
What you do yesterday?
I was
For your
be-
birthday, for your 21st.
She's banned.
Oh, I unfortunately, it was a very sad birthday. Actually, I saw somebody die.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, in a car accident.
Oh,
so
man. Sorry to hear
yeah.
that. Was
Damn,
he close? She,
Fanny?
he, she?
It was in a bike. He was in a bike, and then I was actually on my way to McDonald's. It was like 4 a.m. I was like, oh my god, like I want a burrito. So I don't know.
Or
but something-
McDonald's?
Yeah, and I was like fighting myself.
McDonald's don't have burritos.
Yes, they do.
Breakfast.
At breakfast, 4 a.m, girl. You know.
Oh.
So I actually went.
Okay.
and-
They don't have that in
and-
Jersey.
Really? So I actually went, and I was like, but just something in me was like, just go to
That's
McDonald's.
your morning routine.
And then I was like, I was turning at 4 a.m, and then he was like, he missed the red light, and then he got like crashed into.
Oh.
This
And
guy
I was
died.
actually the only one that stayed there and called the cops
Like
and
he
everything.
literally died.
Yeah, like I saw like he flipped in the air and everything. Like half of his
Oh,
nose was
God.
on the floor.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I have a video about it.
No,
I'll
we
show
don't
you
want to
guys
see
about it.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah,
I
I'll
wanna see
show
that.
him after the
But it
video.
was very traumatizing.
How'd you get that?
Anybody want you guys want a drink?
Yeah.
Steve, can we get
Yes,
drinks for
please.
the guests? Nobody said anything. You guys have to tell Eric.
Yeah, listen. This is advice for everybody. A closed mouth does not get fed.
It doesn't. You got to say something.
I'm so glad I opened my mouth.
Eric
Open
just got
your
hired,
mouth,
so
bro.
we're still working on it.
Usually it's
Open
not
your mouth.
good.
It's
Pouring
alright.
you up right there. You're
I actually have a question for the ladies.
Go ahead.
What was your biggest takeaways from the conversation
Good
today?
question.
I don't think they learned anything.
They're
Did you
supposed
learn
to.
anything?
I sure didn't learn
Supposed to
anything.
something.
You didn't learn anything?
They didn't learn nothing.
So you're telling me you didn't learn anything? Like you wouldn't say you even learned the man's perspective? Because I'm pretty sure no man has ever told you or spoke to you the way they spoke to you today.
Yeah,
That is
I
like the
lived
only thing I will
37
agree
years
with.
and I-
So if
Nothing
you
from
agree
this.
with it, that means you learned something from what they
Yes.
saying. So what
Yeah.
did you learn?
What she said, just their perspective.
So you,
It's just it's.
so you just learned to
Okay,
hear the male's
what's- okay,
perspective.
yeah,
so
I
then
just it's crazy
In,
to
in
hear.
another form, what's something that they told you that nobody else has ever told you? Like one specific thing that you were like throughout the show, like, oh shit.
That nobody's told me before that I just haven't heard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I'm not
I don't
sure.
think she was listening.
Yeah, I wasn't listening. Like
Next episode about the
it last-
Kardashians.
Yeah, no, I was just
Did
thinking
you
about
see
the
that
drive home.
Cam's a lawyer now?
Yes, of
Oh my God,
course
so
I know
crazy.
that.
Oh my
yeah.
god, did you see the last
Come
episode?
on.
She would like
Man.
the little girl was eating an onion.
Oh yeah, North. North is the little
That's
girl.
how screwed up that generation is, guys. You see it right here. We're screwed.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Absolutely.
I mean, I paid
Kim
for
K
Hulu
is
for
more
something.
important than learning a lesson.
Yes.
And so, what about you? So you don't nothing you took back from here that you can think back in your past that you can redo.
Yeah, I was just being sarcastic.
Oh, so you understand?
I was just throwing it back.
Ah, okay.
now
I mean, it
we
makes
got
sense. It only took 3 hours, and then at the end, she was like, "Yo, you know what? You're right."
Okay.
I think it's important to obviously have takeaways. You come here, you
Facts.
speak, you have conversations, you learn, and there's two different routes you could take, right? You could either get bitter or you could get better. She got bitter
got
apparently
very
because she
bitter.
didn't make it
Never-
the whole way, and
never
that right
bitter.
there was an example of denial. She must be in denial
Yeah.
of everything we spoke about, and she couldn't take that, so that's why she walked
You know,
out.
you know what I took from it? I took from it how to adjust and how to move
Yeah.
moving forward.
That's
Yes,
good.
that's
In
a
my-
good.
in my
no,
own
that's a
way.
good
No,
takeaway.
that's really good.
I always tell people.
Okay, so let's talk about that. How do you guys feel about this?
What, the girl walking out?
Oh, I
Who
forgot
cares?
about
It's
her, like-
entertainment.
I forgot
Like,
about
I'm not
her.
I
even
was
gonna
expecting her to walk out like
analyze it.
15 minutes in. I was like, she's
I
gonna
wanted
walk
Eric
out.
to take the headphones off.
Yeah,
her
me
head.
too. I was like, get the
I wanted
chair
to
out,
grab
bro.
the chair.
Get the chair.
He was
and
being
just
nice today.
do
Listen,
some-
I felt for her. Listen, you know, when I have women like that on my podcast, I have a little bit of empathy. I listen to them, and I just kind of like, you know what I do? I'm a very nice guy. I try to ask questions for them to come up with the answer themselves,
Yeah.
instead of just kind of telling them this is X, Y, Z. I ask them questions, and then all of a sudden they have like an epiphany. And they're like, "Oh shit!" And then I literally make a clip off that face.
I just think she didn't know what this was about. I mean, it was kind of like, I mean, I don't want to call it a setup, but she was not aware of what she was coming to talk about.
I think she did because you know,
I think she did too.
The question upstairs, I think Katie, you asked Jess, how old are you? And she's like, well, you know, you're gonna find out on the episode. It's like she can't even say her age.
No, I mean, I think
she said she watched a couple episodes.
Yeah,
too,
I did hear that one too.
I didn't hear her say that. She told me that she did not know what the show was.
She lied to you,
and she did not want to talk about her
typical
age.
delusional woman.
That's what girls do. They lie.
The same age as I am, and
I think that it's totally okay to talk about your age.
Yeah,
because age is wisdom.
Of
I think
course.
for her, being her age coming in here, she should be somebody that should teach lessons to us.
Of course.
On what to
and that's why I was asking questions. I was like, girl, like, well, what would you teach to the younger generation?
You can't ask somebody as delusional and as far gone as her to teach a lesson.
Yeah.
She's gonna unfortunately teach the wrong lesson. So it's better for her to just be quiet than to even say anything.
But I disagree with that because I feel like the build up to what she was saying, right, and her walking out, it completely gave her no credit at all to what she was saying. So when people see how she's going about it and her leaving because of all this denial, not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
very
she was someone that was defensive about the conversation.
Yeah.
Someone that was just
She wasn't taking anything in.
Yeah, she
It
was just
yeah.
she was listening to respond, not to actually take it in, process it, and then give her 2 cents. Because, like I said, she's probably still dealing with a lot of the stuff that got her to where she's at today.
Exactly.
So that's why I say
She's not willing to accept the fact that she's done for.
Exactly. That's why takeaways is so important, because you leave here and hey, even if you disagree with a lot of the things, it's good to take it in, absorb it, be like, okay, maybe this made sense, maybe this didn't, and get better.
Perhaps that was her role, though. You know, to see how bad you can fucking get, because that was
horrible.
And I think what Ashley was saying too is like, you can't ask a fat dude for advice on how to get a 6-pack.
Thank you.
You know, that's what she was saying.
Yeah.
That, you know,
That's a good analogy. That was a good
I think it's a slight reality.
Because some people, they want to be lost. Some people don't want to be found.
Yeah,
so
of
they're not
course.
willing to accept the truth because
Like, for example, like if I'm trying to get married, why would I take advice from a divorced woman?
You know what? I say that all the time.
No, you
I say
should
that
take.
all
You
the
know
time.
why? Because you want to learn
not to
what
do.
not to be,
Mm.
what not to do.
With
You
the-
know what I'm
that's
saying?
what-
You know how he
that's
said, "Hey, I learned this from parents, grandparents on what not to be." Advice doesn't
Yeah, but I
necessarily
mean
have to
it
be
in
good
exactly.
advice.
I mean it in a positive way. Like I would never take advice from somebody younger, or like I usually go older and with married people, like not just somebody
But
that
you
got
also want to
divorced.
see like the other side, like, okay, this
Yeah.
is a divorced couple.
Mhm.
Okay, why are you?
Yeah, of
divorced?
course.
and kind of make your own assessment of it.
That's a good point, because most women, especially when they're single, they end up asking their single friends for advice.
oh,
in
yeah,
their
no,
relationship with
that's
them.
horrible.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Well,
like
you know what that is? That's them
The
trying
blind leading
to
the
find
blind.
like comfort and be like,
Closure.
oh, this closure. They go, oh, she feels the same way. Okay, then
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's my biggest problem.
Why do you say no?
there's a learning opportunity anywhere. I mean, are you gonna really take away from something, even if you don't agree? Going back to the question that you asked earlier, I might not agree with everything that you said, but I'm still listening to you. Or maybe I might not want to admit that I learned something, but I'm still thinking about it.
Of
A smart
course.
person would do that.
Yes.
Yeah, but she wasn't smart.
Yeah, she was not smart. She was
I
going
mean,
off her
I think
emotions.
she was triggered.
I gave her until like probably the first 30 minutes before
Yeah.
I knew it was
I
just
just
never
knew
going to
it.
get
Mhm.
any.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
the problem was that she was still in the cycle. She was still going through it. She didn't reach that stage yet where she was like, all right, like
She didn't
I
have
want
the
to
epiphany.
I want to do something different. I want to change. Like
What if that happened while she was outside?
maybe it did. Maybe that's exactly what needed to happen for her to realize that she's wrong.
Not
but
even.
a
And you
lot
know
of the
what
girls.
sucks more is that she didn't even think about how this made her look. Like you have people watching you. So now this video of you
YouTube.
acting
Yeah.
crazy is going to be, so that's the perception people are going to have on you.
Right.
But why would she care? That's who she is.
Yeah, I
Which is the problem with most women. They don't care about how they're seen by people. We don't care about our image.
Well, some people do care about their perception. Trust me. It's just
I didn't say some people. I said most. So I like to speak.
No, I
on
was just generally
the
saying.
exception doesn't make the rule. So some people do, yes, but majority do not.
I would
So
argue
that's
they
where
do.
the
No,
you will argue
I
they
would
do.
argue women care a lot what other people think, especially about their image, which is why
If
she
they
felt
did, they
so-
won't act the way they
Exactly.
do.
Yeah, but
Just like the
but they
one
can't
video of
control
the
their
woman that
emotions.
held her kids behind her man's car because of something, the haircut. Like
you're
she
thinking of
didn't-
it logically though, because
Oh,
men
so-
and
I
women
should-
are different. So this is
that's
how
my
women
problem. I think too logically.
Unfortunately, I mean that's how it is, but that's how women are. They think they're governed by their emotions. So she's very self-conscious, obviously, about her age. She's very self-conscious about how she looks. Now, if you're attacking that on her very her insecurity, which is like a very trigger point you can see, her emotions going to govern her. So she's not going to think logically. Like, how is this going to make me look to everyone? At that point, her image doesn't care.
So that's what I'm saying. They don't care about how they are being
not
seen.
that they don't care, is that her emotions took over.
Yeah.
So now that's what was clouding her mind. It's like cortisol, like the adrenaline's rushing, tunnel vision. Now all is going through her head right now. Right now, all she can see is tunnel vision.
So you're saying that because obviously women are emotional, our emotions take the best of us. So because of that, we care about how we are seen to people.
Everybody cares what they.
I think she was okay.
A little bit.
She was okay with the image that she was putting out because she's
that's
been
what I
going.
would- that's
She's
what I
been
would
living
say.
that experience for so long. Her identity's so invested in that person that
She doesn't.
she understood exactly who she was being, and she thought she was right.
Yes,
and
and
no
also-
one told
Oh,
her
that's
otherwise.
different. You're
That's
talking
why.
about
Yes.
self-awareness now.
No,
No
and
one
also,
told her
and also,
otherwise.
she said she was a singer. So everything she did right there in that chair, I would say very poor management.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa,
Where's she
like
singing?
that.
She said she's a pop star.
Where?
I don't know, somewhere
know.
in the
I think
world.
she's
but,
a jack of all trades because she showed me her swimsuit collection too that she's
Okay.
launching.
and in my head,
Oh,
that's
she's
what
an
I was
entrepreneur.
thinking. I'm
You
like,
know,
yeah,
entrepreneur.
she's a very not emotional, intelligent individual.
Mhm.
So
She needs to read
Ron,
that book.
she's reading a book right now. It's called Emotional Intelligence, and the book it
Really
talks
good
about
book,
our
ladies.
brains. Right, our brains are made of two parts. Okay, there's the part that when something happens, you're emotional about it, and then it goes to the logical side of it, right? Women, you guys, I mean, it's men too, but this is the difference. Men focus on mastering, moving through the emotion and going to the logic, and that takes a lot of work, a lot of patience, a lot of self-discipline. So with a lot of women, when it goes in, right, so it's, for example, if somebody scares you, you get fear, right? But then the reaction is what differs men and women. Women are gonna panic, they're gonna be irrational about their actions. Men, they're gonna be like, okay, what we got going on, let's solve whatever problem we got, right? With her, when things were going in emotionally, she's processing it in a way that maybe triggers things from childhood, maybe triggers things that have happened to her. See, what a lot of us don't realize is that there's history to people.
Absolutely.
There's situations in people's lives that people have PTSD with a lot of conversations, a lot of actions. So maybe there was a lot of stuff. That's why she got up and left, because she could have handled, because maybe it triggered an event in her life that was very impactful, and she still till this day can't deal with that.
Such a miserable person.
Yeah.
All right, Steve. You ready?
All right. Any final thoughts on the show? No, we're good.
Final thoughts?
Anybody?
I thought it was great, guys. Thanks for inviting me onto the show.
Always.
You're always welcome.
Yeah.
Everyone's always welcome.
Hell
You
yeah.
got the link. Just always sign up.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
And
All right,
when
guys.
you're ready.
On the count of 3, I want everybody to say Unfiltered Podcast. 1, 2, 3.
Unfiltered Podcast.
I would have touched you with a fucking stick.